last night. Last night I was laying in bed, and I'm on the other end of the house of the kids at this point, and the dogs we're dog sitting right now. So we have a few dogs in the house. Make a huge racket, and I hear a boom on the other side of the house. So first thing I'm thinking about is somebody's trying to break in the house. So first thing I do is jump at the shotgun. As soon as I get the shotgun in my hand, I'm sitting there thinking, "Oh shit! What if this is a kid I'm going to point a shotgun at?" And I'm so worried about turning that corner, into a dark house. You guys still there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little I got lost for a second. So you worried about clearing the house with your shotgun?
No, when it's the first time I thought about it. 'Cause the first time I actually had to go for the shotgun with the kids in the house, and it turned
Oh.
out one of the kids had knocked something over in their bedroom, and the dogs freaked out. But I had no way. No, I just heard a loud boom on the other side of the house, and the dogs started barking. So as soon as I grabbed the shotgun, I'm thinking like, what if a kid's coming out here and I'm going to be pointing a shotgun at him? So I figured just have a flashlight on it, so I could see into the dark house.
That's a good idea. Yeah. I saw this like shotgun expert who just taped a flashlight onto his shotgun, and there was something badass about it. He's like, yeah, I don't have any fancy shotgun mounting rail stuff. He's like, I just duct tape and a good old flashlight. And he's like, it still kills him dead. I'm like, that. I bet it does. I don't know.
Couldn't have a mag light duct taped on it. That probably doesn't look
That was
right.
about right. It was one of the smaller, like it wasn't like a 4D cell mag light or something, but he had a mag light on it. And you're like, I bet that lights up the room, and I bet the buckshot that comes out of that hurts a lot. And
I just want to make sure what I'm pointing it at before make brash decisions, being just caught off guard, because you're on edge when you're at that point.
well, yeah, for sure, I get that. What
I would just, it might make sense to go into that situation with the mindset that first thing I'm going to do is poke him with the gun.
Well,
that is ridiculous.
I didn't even bother.
I was thinking about that today. For some reason, I was thinking about your AA12 video today, where you say like hey, if things aren't going right, these 2.5 millimeter spikes on the edge of a gun make a good poking device. Dude, if you get to the point where you're poking people with guns, you're doing it all wrong.
Dude, they poke people with guns for years, all right?
Inches at that point, not 2 millimeters.
Those were spears. That's totally different. You're thinking of Romans.
Dude, you got a Mosin the gun. Did yours come with the attachable bayonet?
Yeah, it's
No,
18
and
inches.
apparently I'm not
Oh.
cool for not having the bayonet.
Dude, yeah, they all come with that. You got gypped. Sorry, for $75, you get a Mosin the gun, you get a bayonet that is like 2 fucking feet long, and you
18
get this
inches.
silly weird little oil can that nobody knows what the fuck it's shaped like that for. But anyway,
You also get the little fucking Russian pouch that they refurbished or remanufactured.
yeah, you get this little pouch and stuff. But it's I don't know. When you've got a bayonet on a Mosin Nagant, I
It
think
makes
it's
you
about
feel like king of the world.
it's like 6 feet long. Like I don't know. Mine's 8 feet away. I should grab it. But it's
Most of the guns got a 30-inch barrel on it, and the bayonet itself is 18 inches. So you
yeah,
got
so
like
you've
almost
got 4
50 inches.
feet there, and then
Yeah.
you've got whatever the stock is, which is about another 1.5 2 feet.
It's about a 6-foot spear at that point.
Yeah, you got a 6-foot spear, and the end of it isn't a blade. It's like I've heard it referred to as
It's like a
pig stick.
screwdriver.
It's like a screwdriver. It's like the sharpest flathead screwdriver with like grooves cut down.
So air can get into the wound, so you can pull it
Yep.
back out.
So it doesn't get stuck in them. It's nice.
Uh, last podcast too, they say Woody behind you all freaking podcast long. Like I think they want me to look behind me.
That
I
would
think
creep me out.
what they no, I'm looking at the stream. Like I sit here and watch the chat as it goes by,
Oh.
and I look at my own picture constantly, like nonstop. I'm just sitting here looking, and they're like, "Woody behind you," and I'm looking behind me. Essentially, there's a camera pointed at me, and it's like there's nothing behind me. Just stop it. It's not working. It will never work. I'm not gonna look behind. I can see the same thing you guys are seeing. I'm in the stream too.
That's funny.
Some guy wrote, "Woody behind you. It's a TV." All right, that was actually funny. Like, all right, I get that.
But that was,
I don't like this. I don't like this Twitch crap.
What really?
I'll get you one.
I think it's
One
okay. What don't you like about Twitch?
be right back.
Because I don't like the layout. It's not familiar.
I thought it might just be the familiarity thing. Oh wait, I need to edit.
I don't know why
Sure.
people don't like me.
What are you talking about?
Like nobody likes you. Like last couple videos, getting a lot of haters.
You know what? Someone left on my Facebook. So I told everyone that we were moving the time on it or something like that. And this is what he wrote. Give me just 1 minute. I think it's the previous page of comments.
All right,
He wrote this. Hold on. So let me read it to you. Without Wings, I wouldn't listen to Painkiller Already. The best person on there. He speaks real. If he don't like something, he will just say, fuck them. Or if he hates a game, Brink, fuck this game. Big blue ball of garbage. He's just like me. Don't get me wrong, I like Woody FPS, but Wings is the truth. That's how YouTube should be. Without Wings, I wouldn't have a 4.89 KD. It's not camping, I just play defensive. So I thought you'd like to hear that.
Yeah, it feels good to hear those type of comments. It kind of brandishes out all these people saying like low quality video, low quality. Like, dude, I can't help that I can go out and get on Black Ops and knock out 4 gameplays in like 15 minutes, and then not have to play it for a week. It's
That'd
not
be
my
nice.
fault.
I can't do that.
Do you not have fun anymore playing it? I know you played a
Dude,
lot.
I'm like a robot at this point. I've gotten so good at Black Ops that I haven't. If I go under a 10 KD, it's like a sin of Satan.
Me too.
I know how you feel. I've
Yeah.
been watching the Gold Medal Champion play wager matches lately, and I feel like Call of Duty is a better spectator sport than it is just a game. Like after sitting next to him and just watching him play and being like, yeah, to your left, oh yeah.
It is funner
Like-
to watch than it is to play.
Like we were watching him play a sharpshooter or something the other night, or no, gun game or something, whatever it is when it like randomly rotates to the guns. I think that's sharpshooter. And he killed like 10 people on one weapon. It was the Kimbo Kypresses or something, and it was just beast mode. It was fucking awesome. He was literally being rushed by every other player in the game and just fucking him up.
Yeah, I'm great.
Ladies and gentlemen.
So what's my level of exposure?
You are on
Millions
this.
and
Good
millions.
question, actually. No, so you're in the stream. There's about 5,200 people watching you right now, but we're not recording the podcast yet.
Okay. Hey,
Yeah,
buddy.
for-
Long time no talk. How are you, man?
Yeah, what's up, man? So for people who don't know in the stream, like one of the things I do privately is like I let people know their level of exposure. Like, all right, right now there's just the 4 of us. You can whatever say what you have to say. Now there's 5,000 people watching. Now there's potentially 100,000 people who are going to hear this. So that he comes in. What's my level of exposure? I need to know. He doesn't want to join in and say like was that my homies and get it all wrong.
Except not say homies, say something else.
Yeah, poor Jaws, dude. He has gotten way more fussing at him than he deserves. Like there's clearly no like hate in his heart when he said that, and people are still stuck on it. I shouldn't even talk about it because it's not letting it die.
Yeah,
But
that's really fine.
yeah, it was totally. I don't know. I think people just enjoy being mad at some point, and that's what they're doing. They're loving their anger and.
I mean, I
going at
wonder
it.
how many of those people that are like still trolling on him are just that's what they're doing. They're trolling. I feel like
Right.
95% of them couldn't give a shit less. They just want something. They just wanted some cheek in the armor to go after him.
That's
with.
that's quite possible actually. They might not have any anger or hate in their hearts. They might just be like, this is fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, his first video back got like 2,000 dislikes or something, which I was like, wow.
Yep, it's and to me the video wasn't hateable. Like he did.
Yeah.
It was good stuff. So that's what happens.
Yeah, people do that on me all the time, and I get called a camper all fucking game. It's like you getting called the unexceptional gamer. It's like something that got stuck, and you can never get rid of it. I could rush the entire Modern Warfare 3, and I'll still have people post comments like, "You camp 90% of the time." You know what? Also do 90% of the time, bitch. Win. What's your win loss looking like?
You know what I get a lot? I get that I use the FAMAS all the time. So now I've gone like out of my way. Unless it's a competitive game, I'm pretty much not using the FAMAS. I have a 34 KD game, I think, with the FAMAS, and it's just been sitting on my hard drive forever because like I'm trying to knock that. People brand me with this. He only uses the FAMAS thing constantly.
You should do a FAMAS montage.
Dude, it's so annoying, dude. I can't use half the weapons. You're crying about the FAMAS. I can't use the Galil, the M16, the AUG, or the
Oh.
MP5K at this point.
I've got so it's, let's see, I can't use the FAMAS, I can't use the AK-74U. I think I'm not supposed to use the G11, although sometimes I pull it out. I have rules too, and so I started using the MPL a lot. Now I'm not supposed to use the MPL, so then I use the Spectre, but they can't tell the difference, and they yell at me for using the MPL. And so apparently, the MPL and Spectre are too similar, so I get fussed at for that. And then I start running around with like the stakeout, and people are like, "Yeah, Woody's real life KD actually sucks." And it's like, dude, go ahead, run around pistol only like I did for 2 nights in a row. Run around. I don't know, like with all the bad weapons, take away your FAMAS, and look, I don't claim to be the greatest player, but the rules that they put on me, try not using Ghost like forever. I don't use Ghost. Like all year I go around, I don't have any Ghost classes. I don't use it. Put the YouTube handcuffs on you, and you'll see, like it's a different kind of game.
Yeah.
Hey, quick question. How's my the chat was saying I was a little low. Is this better?
Yeah,
You're fine.
Still good.
Yeah, you're good.
It sucks, dude, especially when you're sitting there playing in like a full party and they're all rocking the FAMAS and getting these easy ass games, and you're sitting there with the fucking infield with a reflex sight trying to keep up with them.
Absolutely. Yeah, I've been using the Enfield more. I use the Commando too. Like at a distance, I'm fine with at a distance I find the Commando to be a decent gun. And like even though it's an extra bullet to kill, I find most of the bullets hit the target. So like it kills at a distance for me faster than an AK-47 does. But up close, the Commando loses all of its gunfights. Like I can't I can't rush with it very well.
You guys should try some LMG gameplay.
Oh, I did. I the Stoner I like a lot. I actually have. I think I did like a whole podcast with Stoner background footage.
I dropped 150 with the RPK.
Yeah.
Really?
But Whiteboy's right though. Like there's 2 things. One, I find that like with an LMG or a sniper, the expectation of like nonstop sprinting should go down a little bit, right? And if I were to post up a game like that and talk about the game, I would explain like, look, man, if you sprint with an LMG, if you're in the same room, you'll lose all. Yeah, like that's not how that gun is. Like, it doesn't work well. If you sprint with an LMG, then you're pretty lucky to win a gunfight like in the same rooms. The other guy's gonna have an assault rifle or an SMG, and you're gonna be in trouble.
Dude, I love Battlefield 3 the way they set the LMGs up. They are fucking worthless in any portion of the game until you get them bipoded. If you get that bitch bipoded, you have the best weapon in the game at that point.
And you like that?
Do you have any idea if they have like the buckshot from
Yes,
Bad
they do.
Company 2 with the shotgun?
They have 4 or 5 different rounds. From even in the alpha, they had buckshot. They had I want to say like incendiary shot. They had scatter. I think that's the 3 I've seen.
Do they have glow sticks?
And I think they had slug as well.
Yeah, the glow sticks are sweet,
Oh,
man.
That was so cool.
It was so cool.
The
I've
slug
got- You
is
guys
like long range
on something?
buckshot. Excels.
Yeah, I've got some shotgun shells that shoot. They've got a glow stick basically embedded in the middle, and so it's like a shotgun tracer. And if you shoot stuff that's close to you, it basically explodes like predator blood everywhere. There's this big
Did you
cloud of
make this
glowing.
or buy it?
Oh, I bought it.
Oh, you can buy it. All right.
Yeah.
I didn't know you could make stuff. Like when you were like, "Oh yeah, dude, it's no problem. Just take the buckshot out, put like an arrow in there, and suddenly you've got yourself like a explosive crossbow shotgun thing." And I'm like, "You can do that? Oh yeah, it's a shotgun. You can do all kinds of stuff. I like to shoot ground up forks and spoons out of it sometimes." I'm like, what?
Absolutely. No, you can do that. You got to think of a shotgun as basically a small cannon. You
Yeah.
can put whatever you want in there.
Now, is it
Jacob Berry
rifled at all?
Used to use shotguns as mortars.
So let me get a quick education here before we're recording it or anything. But some shotgun barrels are rifled, right? When they shoot slugs.
A few of them are. That's
Okay.
like 1% maybe. Those are specialty.
If you shoot a slug out of a non-rifled barrel, does it go pretty straight?
Usually those slugs are rifled themselves, so it's like reverse rifling, if you know what I mean.
Oh,
So not all of them are, but the thing about like shooting a slug at close distances, I mean, if you're trying to hit something 75, 150 yards away with a slug gun, then you want like a rifle barrel and the expensive Hornady slugs. But if you're just shooting like dogs, like 20, 30 yards away, you just use regular slugs. Doesn't really matter.
Okay.
Everybody's wondering why I'm shooting dogs now.
Yeah, can I ask you not to shoot any more dogs? Would that be okay?
It's like that part.
I don't care about you shooting dogs. I just want you not to shoot dogs with overpowered weapons. What weapon are you using to shoot your dog?
Please buy.
You're not shooting with FAMAS, are you?
No, using night.
I'd have to subscribe if you did that.
No,
Yeah,
pistol
dude.
Only, pistol only dog shooting. Pistol only dog shooting.
You know, I told you guys my squirrel story, right? Like we had some sort of, I don't know how my dog caught a squirrel, but when we first came in contact with the squirrel, it was in the dog's mouth, and he kind of shook it like he was mad at the squirrel. And now we have an injured squirrel by the swing set in our backyard. So I think the squirrel might have been injured or sick because our dogs can't catch anything. And anyway, so my wife is like nagging me to take care of the squirrel. And I'm thinking it's a problem that'll take care of itself. It's just in shock or something. I go out there to check on the squirrel. There's insects on its eyes and stuff. It's in really bad shape. And I thought it was dead. So I like tap it with my foot or something. And it on its side, its leg, it like tries to run away, but it doesn't get on its feet. It's just on its side, like running, and he makes like a half circle. And that's... Yeah, it's like this wasn't gonna end well. So I pulled out my pistol. I backed up like 12 feet, and here's my favorite part: shot it in the ear. It was now I'm thinking, dude, from like 12 feet or so, I could hit a dime, which is good.
I could not hit the clay pigeon. I could not hit one to save my life. I tried 10 times.
But let me ask you this. So I've shot... Look, I'm not a clay pigeon expert. But because I sucked at it, what they did is they made the pigeon go straight away from me, which was really pretty forgiving. Which way did your pigeon go?
I was throwing them by hand straight up above us.
Oh.
Let's change the subject.
Yeah, like if it's going from left to right or right to left, you gotta like lead them. You gotta be on target.
Yeah.
You gotta be whatever. If it's just going straight away from you, it's almost like a steady target. And even I was hitting them. Yeah.
Yeah, I threw one up and shot it with a pistol just to complete the humiliation.
I heard that. Never mind. I was about to say stupid stuff.
Yeah, you were.
I heard someone was a really lousy marksman that you knew. It wasn't Whiteboy.
Yeah.
All right. So, you know what? Maybe Whiteboy can do the intro tonight.
Talking about Harley, right?
Yep.
No. Kyle's like, why don't we tell Woody anything? I'm sorry. I'll gladly tell you in private. What was I gonna say? Oh.
I like Wing's intro. I just watched his last video and it was really good. What you know about pounding? That was a gold medal intro.
You know about ass packing, son?
Kitty just wrote me on Skype, and she said, "Now everyone thinks it's me, with the bad aim. Damn you, Woody, you jerk." So I'll just come out. It was Kitty.
I don't think
Kitty.
she's ever shot a gun, but she has told me that she can throw a paintball into the air and shoot it.
Ah, whoa! With another paintball, I guess.
With another paintball.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm gonna have her do that next time we're at a paintball event.
Yeah, because I think that, I'm trying to think, can I do that? Well, of course I can do that. How many tries would it take? 40, maybe?
Oh my God. Dude, I've tried it before. You're like so far off. You're so far off. I mean me. Like I'm so far off when I'm trying to do it. It's because it's like a whole different skill set. Because you don't have sights. You don't know exactly where to aim.
Mm-hmm.
It's going 300 feet per second instead of 1,000. It's funky.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Kitty has got FPS Russia to do a FAMAS video yet.
FAMAS is hard to come by from what I hear.
I have an idea for the intro. Right, I'll do the countdown, and I'll say, "Hello, ladies and gentlemen," and then Kyle will say it, and then Wings will say it, and then Whiteboy will say, "Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it's Painkiller Already, episode 64." You guys down? Is it?
I can do that.
Does everyone have the choreography?
Do I go second?
You go second. Wings will go third.
Good, because I do a great Whiteboy 7th Street impression.
Do you?
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's almost spot on. If I ever get like sick, can you do a commentary for me, Kyle?
Absolutely.
Them cocksuckers jumpies, they going crazy, baby.
They knew gold medal champion
On the PS3.
7th Street.
This is my 84th gold medal. Mine's terrible. I need more practice. I'll make the polar opposite of him in commentary style.
I heard you say, "What you doing, stupid?"
I did, dude. It's somewhat contagious. It wasn't an intentional
I
copy.
did too last night.
Yeah, there was a guy. He was like, he was standing there, and he knew I was there, and he's like, "Oh, when he comes walking over, he'll clearly win the gunfight." Like, no, that's not how it works. The mover wins every one of those. You know, you get delayed information about what my character is doing. If I run around the corner knowing you're there, you lose 10 times out of 10. That's how that goes. But I guess he didn't know.
I should give some respect to Dr. Disrespect because I took that from him, as well as the gold medal thing.
Well, didn't he like give you the gold medal thing? Like, did he describe that as?
I don't know. I'm afraid now. I'm afraid that he's gonna come behind me and.
Doctor, disrespect.
I miss
Dude.
the doctor.
Wings, does the cow stuff bother you at all? Because I am loving it. I see it in the stream.
don't
Like,
care.
I'm down
I
cow.
mean-
And I'm like, yeah.
They said,
that's
"Look out behind you! It's a cow."
awesome. My
give a
clan
shit.
tag is still moo. It's it was one of my favorite moments in Painkiller Already ever. It was top of the heap.
Well, I don't really care about that because if it gets more exposure and it gets big where it's like on everybody's lips, Moby sponsors will see it.
Dude, you need to make a shirt.
You do need to make a shirt about that. What was I gonna say? Oh, you know who's the
yeah,
next
that's
thing,
it.
but it's kind of helping him somewhat. The T-Mart Rebecca Black love affair. Like, lots of people know about that. You know, I had a video on the homepage for 2 or 3 days, that was about it, and it doesn't bother him in the slightest. And it can't hurt, right? You know, it puts T-Mart on their minds.
Yeah, I'll be like, "What's up, motherfuckers? It's your boy Jordy. I'm up here in the fucking field, about to feed this cow like some chicken wings."
Oh my god! There could be awesome videos coming for that. Like,
Yeah, it's a little bit different, Woody. Though, you know, you're basically saying T-Mart's being accused of liking a young girl who's attractive and rich. Wings is being accused of fucking cows.
Yeah, but man, like, if he just did an intro like, yo, it's your boy Wings of Redemption with Bessie, enjoy the video, and
Dude,
you just
milk
use
a cow in
that.
the video.
Oh, that'd be so good.
You can do a dual com, right? You can just and rock it out.
Cow 7th Street.
Yeah,
Oh.
the stream
Trademark.
is maybe, I don't know, like 5 seconds delayed. So after I do something ridiculous like my moo, I get to watch it. Like, yeah, that's what I just look like.
That would drive me crazy, like seeing myself, like, because I would be like, I don't know, just seeing myself like with a 5-second delay.
Oh, it's all right. Whatever. I just
You want to do our intro now?
yeah.
Wait,
All
wait,
right.
let me get another beer.
It only improves the show later.
I made a mistake on the way home. I didn't stop for beer. I stopped for guns.
Hold on. How do I work this? Hello?
Hello.
It was bullshit. We're at Walmart, right? I have 3 cases of Dos Equis.
Let's save this for the podcast. This is kind of
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, hold on. So my stream froze a little bit. I'm gonna see if it recovers on its own.
Yeah, it looked like I don't know. Somebody was tapping into your signal out there or something. Got all.
I just out of nervous habit, I started taking the window and dragging it around, and it caused a problem. So I'm looking
Nice
to
job.
see how it recovers.
I don't understand my channel at all. Like, I had above average day in the channel view gained,
Mm-hmm.
but I had an under average day in subscribers.
Yeah,
I
usually
had
they're
a bad day
related.
too. Like
You
in
had
subs.
a bad day for you is like a good
Yeah.
day for me.
All right,
Yeah,
right.
but I mean, it's,
wait.
it's lower than average.
Just yeah.
I think it's a
I hate
Thursday
you.
thing.
Shut up!
Thursday
Shut up!
Is the stream fixed?
I just can't wait till something
See?
new
It's
comes
fixed.
out. I'm ready for Call of Duty to fucking die.
thing. Hey, no.
I'm not like that actually. Like at this point of the year, maybe we should get the stream started. You guys ready?
Yeah, but see,
Yeah.
I don't even want to play Modern Warfare 3. I mean,
It's
I'm not
64,
excited.
right?
I'm not even
Episode
excited.
64. Sorry,
Uh,
Wings.
yes, 64 is right. All right, are you guys ready?
Yeah.
All right, I won't do much of a countdown since I'm starting. 3, 2. Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is Painkiller Already, episode 64. Welcome.
Well done. And Wings with the growl all the time. All right, so Whiteboy, we haven't asked you this: mermaid, top half woman or bottom half woman?
Top.
Top half woman. Why? What do you got in mind?
Want to fuck a fish face?
Then you're doing it wrong, right? That would be
top fish. And I
top
like
fish.
nipple on it.
If you like sushi, wouldn't bottom half fish be the trick?
Ugh.
In fish, generally the tail's the best part. I know at least on gator it is.
I don't like where this is headed.
Can it just be all fish?
Can it just
like
be
a
all fish?
Can it be a
fuck a fish,
dolphin?
Woody?
Can it be a
Oh.
dolphin?
All fish and let me dolphin dive into her.
I really want to dolphin dive with dolphins. I'm gonna try to make that happen. I think that would be cool.
That's a
White
neat
Boy.
idea.
Are you gonna watch that new movie, Dolphin Fin or whatever the hell that shit is, with the dolphin with the amputated fin, and they make a prosthetic for it?
It sounds really bad.
Oh, it's Dolphin Tail. I'm sorry, it's Dolphin Tail.
That sounds like a really bad movie.
It does sound like a really bad movie.
But since there's dolphins in it, I am obligated to watch it.
Kyle, do you have any idea how large your gun count is at this point? Like, so people don't know watching the podcast right now. In the pre-show, Kyle was talking about how he was like headed home, so he stopped by the gun store and picked up a new gun in the same way that I might pick up milk. How many guns do you have now?
I don't know. 65?
Is that just
You
pistols?
passed me. Kyle has passed me.
I don't know. I got a bunch. I bought like 4 this week.
4 in a week?
Yeah, I got a EAA Witness, which is the predecessor to the CZ series of pistols. It's a pretty cool gun. It's a 9mm, and I got a Nighthawk Custom 1911 45, which I've been wanting for a while. I got 2 suppressors, one a 9mm and a 45. I got a 5.7, an FN 5.7 handgun. It shoots like short M16 bullets, basically, for you fucking
Are
gun nuts out
suppressors
there.
cool in real life?
Oh, they're bad fucking ass if you're shooting through like a 45 or a 9.
Really?
And I
'Cause
got
I thought they were disappointing. They don't
not
sound
at
like...
all, dude. Not at all. I've shot
Really?
the if you all right, like if you put a suppressor on like a somebody's like that's illegal. You're a dumbass. If you put them on put suppressors on like a 308, then yeah, it's not so great. The trick is to shoot subsonic ammunition so you don't get the sonic boom. But like when you shoot subsonic ammunition and you've got good suppressors, it's really fucking quiet. And by the way, the guys from Sons of Guns, God, I'm tired of hearing people talk about them. Those guys are fucking actors, every one of them. They have no fucking clue what they're doing. No fucking clue what they're doing.
Oh, who's a hater?
And then I got a Benellium too.
Come on.
shotgun.
Whoa. What's with the hate?
It's just honest. Like people are like, yeah, you should ask these guys. I bet they could help you a lot. No, they couldn't because they're not gun people. They're actors.
Who else is hearing hater in this?
Oh my god.
I'm hearing an opportunity that maybe Wings could help him out with guns.
I don't need any help. I mean,
No, I think he's talking about
I
helping
know
them out.
I know somebody in here that has a little gunsmith history and owns 40 plus guns. I wonder who that is.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I see these guys, they've got a TV show, they're doing their thing. You know, whether they might not be gun experts. I doubt they're gun noobs. You know,
they're the
coming
guy who
up to
does the
speed.
machine work. The guy who does the machine work has the same background as you. He's an IT guy.
Mm-hmm. So he's brilliant. You're saying?
So he's
Is that what you're headed
brilliant,
at?
but he has no fucking clue what he's doing. Like, and inevitably, like in almost every single episode, you'll see those guys. They'll be like, oh, well, this is pretty insane. We're gonna have to call in an expert, and it'll be like seriously, the thing they'll have to call in an expert is like putting a 50 caliber machine gun together, which comes in a kit. It's like putting a model ship together. There's nothing special about it. Like they seriously, like, I mean, FPS hater.
FPS hater.
And I only saying this because like people don't realize, they think that they're watching like the best gun experts in the world, and I'm by no means the best gun expert in the world, but I know fucking people who don't really know what they're talking about when I see it.
I like guns.
I like guns too.
I love
They're-
guns. Guns are a great thing.
It was my first time shooting this trip, and it's so cool.
Makes
Dude, you
dick
made
hard,
that
huh?
video like lost my virginity and then changed the title. Tell me about it.
Well, yeah,
What
I had
happened?
to put I was getting a little bit of hate for virginity.
Well, you gotta put "lost my virginity" and then like 2 hours later, you gotta bump it under a new title so people think it's a new video.
I actually did a video about losing my virginity last night or early morning. One of them.
I was there.
Oh, did
Really?
that keep you up? I
Was Kyle your
streaming.
Oh, no,
partner?
I was there when he lost his
Oh.
virginity. I didn't.
Were you the guy?
Yeah, broke him in right.
Kyle's giving him high fives.
Oh god. So
How's that doing? Is it getting good reception? Is it up yet?
no, it's not
Oh.
up yet. I'm answering
Ah.
for him for some reason.
Oh no,
All
not
right.
yet. Saving it for Saturday.
Do you want
Fair
to tell
enough.
the story about Walmart?
Oh yeah, so I got 3 cases of Dos Equis, which if you guys aren't familiar with it, it's a beer. It's a good beer, smooth beer, and we're going to check out. And I'm really excited because we went to LA, and for some reason Dos Equis is like banned in LA. We couldn't find it for our whole trip, and so I get back. I'm ready for some Dos Equis. We get the checkout, and then the lady says we can't sell this to you. I'm like, I start to cry. I'm like, why?
What?
And then she's like, it's past 11 o'clock, and it was like 11:02. And like an alcoholic, I was really depressed. I think I'm an alcoholic. I got really depressed, and it just was messed up.
I could tell by the look on his face when she took the beer and like put it aside. Like he was just like, why?
Would they sell anything else?
They would not sell alcohol. They would sell
Oh.
everything but alcohol. But literally after 11, they told the story they told us was that the cash register wouldn't even like sell it to us.
In New
I'll be like,
Jersey.
well, how about this $100 bill makes you save that receipt till tomorrow morning?
in in New Jersey, if I remember the law right, they don't sell beer after 11, but they sell other alcohol. Or I might have it backwards, but they like cut off only certain kinds of alcohol at 11 p.m. So get your buys in or switch to some like Jack and Coke.
Yeah, it's just I don't know.
In South Carolina, we can buy beer at any time we want.
In North Carolina, they have drive-throughs where you can pick up your alcohol
Yeah,
without
the ABC
leaving your
store has
car.
drive-thrus. I was thinking about that. I'm like, 24-hour
Yeah.
ABC store down the street.
I only see them at the beach. Like I don't actually see drive-throughs all over North Carolina. They might be around somewhere, but if you go to like the Outer Banks where a beach is, there's all kinds of drive-through alcohol places and stuff like that.
Alcohol's expensive, dude. I bought some fucking Jose Cuervo and a big old Crown today, and I spent like $70.
Are
Really?
you drinking this stuff or is this for someone else?
Well, we had a party tonight, and some people.
So are
like
you
to
drinking
drink
it
wine.
or
I keep it around because I built a bar in the house.
so you're not drinking it?
It's just for other people.
Okay, fair enough.
Aw.
Why were
some wings?
you were
Can I
so
come
jazzed
over?
about him drinking it?
No,
It
no,
was
no.
like-
yeah, I was just curious if he was drinking hard now because I know like he wasn't drinking that much not that long ago, and everything was
Oh,
like
yeah.
I don't drink at all.
My favorite was when we did the drinking episode of Painkiller Already.
Yeah.
Wings knew so little about alcohol. He's like, I'm brand new to this stuff, so I figured, I don't know, Southern Comfort, Jack Daniels. Dude, that's something. You're drinking at a gold medal level right there. Like, I showed up with the Mike's Hard Lemonade or whatever it is I was rocking. I know my
I
role.
took a shot of Crown tonight, and I probably sweated for like 30 minutes after.
That's not a good sign, my friend. You need to don't be drinking that anymore. No, I shop at Walmart because I'm from the South, and like apparently like I hear people say that, and I'm wondering like what do you guys fucking shop at like if you're in Wisconsin? You should tell us, Whiteboy. In Wisconsin, would it be commonplace to go to Walmart for your booze?
There is no beer, alcohol at Walmart. There's a lot of liquor stores, but they get cut off at like 9 o'clock. It's
All right.
weird down here. Yeah, but-
Anyway, we had been to Walmart like literally 2 days in a row. I was fully stocked up on alcohol. I'm talking like there was like four packs of like wine coolers because certain people here like to drink those. Me, and there was like 4 6-packs of Dos Equis.
Sorry
And
about that.
there was like 8 Miller Lights. There was so much booze, right? It was gone in one night. I was like, where did it all go?
People have
And I'm
no
like,
idea what's
Alex-
going on. Like,
Alex shrugs, just like, eh.
yeah, I've used this line before, so forgive me. But like, if the Bible were to be rewritten now, there'd be a chapter on Kyle's house. That's the deal. That's what they have rocking down every night. Is just like, and I'm not like a deeply religious guy, so I'm like speaking in terms of sin, but there's just like lots of sin, all sorts of crazy stuff. I picture like semi-dressed women with grapes and some sort of overindulgence, and it's insane.
Yeah.
Pretty close.
Oh man.
So it'd be like Sodom, Gomorrah, Kyle's house.
That's exactly what I told Woody the other day. It's like Sodom, Gomorrah, and my place, like for real. And
Dude.
like, the town I live in. No,
Kyle,
yes,
man, you need to put up a video like of just like a night, right? Like girls you don't know taking their tops off, kissing each other, you know, pouring alcohol on each other, licking it off, who knows where. Like that's a night at Kyle's house lately.
that video's up. It's on Whiteboy's channel. Nobody liked it for some reason. It's called Epic Party Time, and people gave him a hard time because they're like, oh, we want video gameplay. And literally in the video, there's 2 smoking hot lesbians making out, and then one of them's licking booze off the other one's thighs. It's like, what the fuck?
Dude, I'm going to this video right now.
Like, and I was
Link,
like, really?
Link, let's hook Whiteboy up with 5,000 views. I want to see this.
What's this thing called again?
Epic
Epic.
Party Time.
Epic
Yeah.
Party Time. Let's see this video.
I think I got community struck or something. It's still up, but
Holy crap, the first thing I see is somebody beer bong in a law rocket.
Like, we took time over here, man. Like,
that was an awesome night from what I can remember.
I doubt you remember much. You were shit-faced.
Oh yeah, I was on the floor, like it was a bad night. No, it was a great night.
Around that night.
That is funny. In the opening seconds, the FPS Russia is there with a law rocket, and they're pouring beer through it into some girl's mouth.
No, it's not beer. It's bacon
lumberjack.
grease, it's a lumberjack. Bacon grease, Jack Daniels, vodka,
Maple
and
syrup.
maple syrup.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I've never heard of this concoction.
We just made it up.
White boy, he's got like shaving cream on his head.
Oh, that was a alcoholic whipped cream.
And the person asked me if I had a 3-way that night. No, I did not. That was the next night.
Now he's got a lesbian licking it off.
Yeah, I'm at 109, and like FPS Russia's sitting there doing his little accent. I'm not listening to the volume because I'm doing a show. And there's 2 girls making out with each other. 2 fit girls making out with each other.
Yeah.
Now we got some Bruce Campbell shit going on.
If you
And
guys
they're-
want to hang out with those girls, they're at the Fox in Anderson, South Carolina. Ask for Melissa; she'll show you a good time.
Wow. The,
Yeah, we had a good time. What can I say?
yeah.
We always have a good time though. Like it's never ending. It's good stuff. We had a good trip in LA. VidCon was really cool. I got
What-
to meet Philip
Is that
DeFranco.
a shotgun with a chainsaw attached to it?
I don't know if that footage is in there. I didn't know that was in there. Yeah, there is a shotgun with a chainsaw on it though.
You know, me and Kyle was like the yin and the yang. I'm like a in bed by 10 o'clock kind of guy in real life.
I know.
Yeah,
Wings. When we went to Hollywood together, Wings was like, "Woody, I'm older than you," and I'm like, "Dude, Gommel." But after spending a couple days with him, like I see what he was talking about. You know, he just sort of sneaks away from the group while everyone's hanging out at the pool at night and stuff, and slides into bed and watches TV and does his thing. You know, he's not a party animal. He's like his routine is that of a older guy.
I like
That's
to take my shower. I'd like to get my clothes ready and folded at the foot of the bed.
Are you going to PAX? Wings and Woody?
No, I try to avoid plane rides at all costs at this point.
Yeah, you didn't like that at all, did you?
Mm-mm.
I'm going. I just got my tickets actually.
Here's what you do next time, Wings. I think this will work better for you. If you fly with AirTran, we've found you can upgrade to first class for like $100 more. First class, you have a much nicer seat,
Yes.
Oh, it's so nice.
and you're in the front of the airplane. You're one of the first 3 or 4 rows, depending on when it's in a 737. It's the first 3 rows, and you get free booze. You can sleep, chill out. It's good stuff, and it's literally like $100 more than the standard like cattle car ticket or whatever it's called.
I know we're not supposed to talk about things like this, but I'm kind of depressed that the Billionaires Bash thing fell through so hard.
Yeah, it's
What do you only want to talk about? I just wanted to go to London because the next one was supposed to be in London.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a shame. And
If it was ran properly, it's a good idea, but
oh boy, here comes the I forgot about the feud.
I called Alki David a fruitcake billionaire bitch on a live stream. That was classic.
I remember that.
I never thought I would cuss out a billionaire. Life's crazy.
So did you guys watch the hoax video?
Yeah. Yes, I did.
Yeah, I watched it too. I checked it out. I knew that it was a hoax weeks ahead of time. Like I heard the deal. As a matter of fact, what I heard the plan was they were going to kill him, and my air quotes going on there, and then he was going to be dead for 5 minutes. Then he was going to get up and sing. Like that was the idea. I heard it was an actor, but it turned out. Did he sing?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't catch it like that.
It took 15 minutes later. He got up and started strolling.
Oh, the part of it I saw was he was dead for like 60 seconds, and then he started like convulsing, and Alki jumped on him and tried to smother him with a pillow to finish the job, and then they cut the film.
What? Are you serious?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I did not know anything about this. It was all a big joke?
Yeah. So here's the background to it. On Justin TV, the thing that we're on right now as we live stream this, someone killed themselves on their live stream. Like someone legitimately, honest to goodness, did a suicide on Justin TV. Now it wasn't like a planned show or anything, but because you just sort of pop on and do your thing like we're doing right now, and so like Battle Cam, they've heard about this too, and it sort of sparked an idea like, I would love to have that kind of publicity because people were talking about it all over the place. It was on the news, it was everywhere. It wasn't the fact that someone killed themselves, which is a tragic and major event, but it was the fact that someone live streamed their own suicide that turned it into a major news story. So they heard this and it sparked the idea that they would have that too. And they sold it as an assisted suicide, that it was actually going to happen, but it was actually a hoax. It was a hoax from inception all the way to the end. It was never a real, person with cancer in the Ukraine. Like that part of it was never true. And they put together this event. They actually got some major coverage on some Canadian broadcasting news organization, and they had a doctor there in what looked like a hospital room, and they injected him into, he had like a fake IV line, and they put something in the IV line, and a couple seconds later he flatlined. And having put a couple of dogs to sleep, like I knew that this wasn't how it really works. Like, his heart stopped like the moment they finished the plunger and stuff. It's a little slower, but so then he died, and he was dead for like a minute, and he started like jerking and twitching. And his heart beats. There's a heartbeat monitor. Beep, 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 beep. It came back on, and his heart was beating. And Alki jumped on him like he was doing chest compressions, but just grabbed a pillow and started smothering him. And they cut the camera off. So that's
actually pretty awesome.
Yeah, I don't know. Like it being associated with this thing is like this horrible, horrible thing. In terms of ideas, like I see the creative spark behind it. But I also see that it's kind of tasteless.
I'm looking at it like this. If they put that shit on Saturday Night Live, nobody would have said shit.
Well, if they had led up... All right, well, see, that's different. Everybody would have known that I wasn't a hoax for real suicide. We all thought it was real. We all thought it was a real suicide. Like, because, all right, it wasn't Woody's Gamertag setting up a suicide. Wink, wink, nod, nod. It was this mysterious billionaire that none of us have ever heard of before who's... It made sense. It was like, wow, this guy has... we don't know this guy's motivations. People who are wealthy are insane sometimes. they're as eccentric. So I think everybody, anybody who says, "No, I knew the whole time it wasn't going to be real."
Yeah, but
Yeah.
maybe I just look at the big picture too much. I mean, I'm thinking about this. All right, so what? He's paying somebody to film their assisted suicide. When how many times has the girls got out there, got drunk, and the guy showed a little bit of cash off at the club, and lure him back to a hotel room and beat him in the head with a pipe or some shit, and he fucking dies of like brain swelling.
But
That shit happens every day.
wait, that's also not okay. Like,
Yeah,
I know it's not okay, but that's worse
It is.
than somebody paying somebody to watch them die.
Wings is like, dude, you think fake suicides are a big deal? Let me tell you about my other hobbies. Sometimes I like to take girls back to the hotel room with a lead pipe and get down.
Yeah, it's like the other night. It's one of those things that makes no sense. The other night, somebody was like, "You never listen to me. I want somebody who listens to me." And I was like, "You know what? There was another group of people who listened to people. They were called the Nazis. Look how that turned out." And I just walked away. It makes no sense. It's just stupid.
It's the old joke, right? Like, what do you tell a woman with 2 black eyes?
She's already been told.
Yeah, nothing. You told her
Right.
twice already. What the hell?
Laughed at a horrible joke. You're gonna have to cut that out.
Yeah, that's.
I want to
It's
bleep
PKA,
there.
guys. The rules are different.
Oh, but people have so many double standards, though. It's just ridiculous. I mean, I realize I live in a world where babies end up getting thrown in trash cans, and people want to party over having their own kids, and car wrecks happen. People have heart attacks in the shower.
But
I'm
these
not
are
gonna
all
go-
also bad things. Like
I know they're bad
if
things.
you
The
said
fact
like, "Hey,
is-
I live in a world where it's considered perfectly fine to throw babies in a dumpster," but
I'm not
you
saying
can't
it's not a
do-
bad thing. I'm saying the fact that I've seen it so often, I cannot be affected by somebody wanting to like live stream an assisted suicide. To me, it sounded like that might be a pretty good business decision. That's as far as I thought into it. Like, okay,
I was thinking into it that your main demographic is like gaming commentators are probably 13 to 17-year-old dudes who, let's face it, I mean, a lot of the guys out there, I mean, you see it in Mail Monday all the time. They have really hard lives. They're, socially, have a hard time. Maybe they get picked on at school, have a hard time with girls, have a hard time with their parents. Do you really want to be talking to them about assisted suicide when, as we all know, as 20-something, or in Woody's case, 120-something, eventually it gets better. You have a hard time a lot of times in adolescence, and you
let me
grow
ask you
up,
this, Kyle.
things are better.
What's your opinion on that Megan Meyer chick?
I don't know who that is.
That's the little 13-year-old girl that hung herself after another girl's mother pretended to be a boy that she really liked, and he turns up dumping her and shit on the internet.
Oh, that's fucked, man.
That's terrible.
Y'all
Another
haven't heard
girl's
this story about
mom
Megan
did this
Meyer?
trick to her?
No.
Well, another child's mother, one of her friend's mother, did not like her, and to play a joke on her, she created a Facebook account of a boy that she liked at school, and she started sending her like messages and kissy faces and pokes and whatever, and she really thought this boy was liking her, and then she goes up and asks the boy out or something, and he turns her the fuck down. And then she comes up out and says, "Nobody's gonna like you. You're ugly. You're lame. The whole 9." And she goes and hangs herself in a room. It's
Yeah,
a big
honestly,
cyberbully case.
like, Yeah, I don't know what the, when you hear something like that, it's like there should be some law against that. I don't know.
Yes. I don't know
like-
exactly can you charge her with murder?
I think you can. I think she should. Honestly, like I obviously don't have a law degree here, but I would want her charged, at least charged with some form of like negligent
but-
homicide or some sort of manslaughter-ish.
But how
You
many
know-
times on Xbox Live have you told somebody to go kill themselves?
All right, that's
You-
different though. This is
How's
a
that
calculate.
Oh
This is,
wait,
all right,
whoa,
I'll give you another
that's
example. like,
totally different.
it's like when you see like.
And by the
girls-
way, hold me in a friend. I think the answer is 0 there. I don't think I've ever told anyone to kill themselves on Xbox Live.
I've said it a few times. I've it happens.
I said it
But-
3 times tonight.
Yeah, I heard.
I was 4 times a night. Which definitely,
Yeah, that should definitely be in civil court, like just ruining that woman's life and putting her in the poorhouse for even doing that. That's fucked
I think
up.
she should date Dexter. Like, just
Yeah,
get it done with.
We saw it after the Casey Anthony thing. I think the world needs a Dexter. I really think that like you could if someone was out there doing it and they got caught, I think that so many people like Dexter that they'd probably get away with it. If you get one Dexter fan on a jury, you're cool.
Yeah, but
That's
see,
all it takes.
If you charge her with murder for cyberbullying, then you can charge other people for other stupid crimes. Let's say like I'm having a bad day. I'm standing in the grocery line. The guy behind me tells me to hurry the hell up or something like that, and I look back at him. I give him a nasty remark about his family or something, or he maybe has a weak eye, and that sitter breaks him down. And he goes home and drowns himself in the tub or something. Am I liable for his death now because he had low self-esteem?
No, but I think when you look at the fact, all right, in civil court, maybe if you found out that like what you did was like aggravated, like we're not talking about a one-time event. We're talking about a grown woman who went after a child over the internet and systematically,
manipulated
set her
her.
up. Yeah, manipulated and set her up for this. She knew what was going to happen, and then apparently after the fact, like went ahead and followed up with like the insults and everything. That woman's liable for something.
It'd be fun to see that as a potential like punishment handed out at a judge. Like, Wings of Redemption, you get 15 years at federal pound you in the ass prison. Casey Anthony, oh look at this, you get 3 dates with Dexter. And I see her at like an Italian restaurant by candlelight with like tears streaming down her eyes as he's eyeing her up, like holding the knife that he cuts like at the beginning of the show with the ham and everything.
He's got like an empty
right. Holds the knife in front of him and just sort of stares at the blade as it glistens in the candlelight. Like this is kind of.
There's like a picture of her daughter sitting behind him on the mantle.
His T-shirts printed up on date number 2. Like
I've always thought, and one thing that's always infuriated me is like the not the kids who bully, because everybody has had an issue with bullying. You just call a kid a bad name, but the aggravated bullying, the kids who like go after the same kid every fucking day and make his life a living hell. Those kids, there needs to be like some more serious punishments for those kids, and I feel like it needs to be a B. I
was just about to say, bigger bully is the answer to that, right?
Yeah,
like,
I think they need to call me in.
Kyle, I love you and everything, and I think you'd do fine. But I'm thinking, if Dexter can be a potential punishment, so should the Joe Lozon. Like, all right.
Come on.
Yeah, call him in like in his gear, like oiled up, ready to roll. He's slapping his hands together. Woo! Let's do this.
Dude, Joe Lozon might be a better fighter, but I gotta say, Wings of Redemption would be a better bully.
I just imagine you just like slap him down and beat him up.
You might be like, dude. So I rolled with Joe Lozon, right? And just beforehand, he was like, I don't know, jogging in place, sort of lifting his shoulders and like moving his head from side to side, so each ear would hit his shoulder. And he did it in such a way that only like real athletes do it. Like he's just like loose, sort of working it out, and I don't know, every movement about him was not like normal human type stuff. It was like, this is a guy who knows what he's doing, crazy athlete, stupid stuff. I don't know. I hear you. And Wings might be a better bully, though. I like where you're headed with this, especially if it's like a really mean 7th grader. Like, get Wings in there. We don't need to go full Joe on it.
Yeah, Wings can break him down psychologically.
I can picture
and Joe
myself
can
like
do it
seeing the
physically.
kid picking on somebody, and Wings comes up like, "What the hell are you doing?" Grab the kid bully's head and like slamming into the locker. What the fuck you on? Fuck you on, son.
I don't remember if we covered it or not. Remember that? Did you get? I think we did, but when the big kid was getting like slapped around by the little kid, and finally had enough and just like pile drived him. You remember seeing that internet video?
Yeah.
Oh yes. Yeah, he was in Australia.
I didn't know he was in Australia, but
It was like kind of a courtyard, and he even dropped him on like a small wall because of the garden or something like that, right? I know this.
Yeah, it was pretty ridiculous. So like the little kid is like slapping this big dude around, like he's got him like up against a wall, and he's literally punching him in the face, and he's like dancing in place like a boxer and all this stuff. And the kid is like backed up against a wall. It's obvious he wants no part of this shit. And finally the big kid's just like, enough! And it was just like a Pokemon like transforming, and he grabs this little dude, flips him upside down, and pile drives him right there, and then walks away. as the little kid like squirms on the ground in pain.
And he started crying, and
Yeah,
it
he started
was
crying like a little bitch.
oh, it was so perfect, and you could tell. And look, this is not an uncommon mistake for kids to make in high school. They have this notion that popularity and toughness are somehow related. Like, yeah, I make friends easily, therefore I could beat you up. Actually,
Actually, Chubby Joe over there is gonna whoop your ass.
yeah,
He may
yeah,
smell bad, but he can still pick you up and drop you on a dime.
exactly. That guy over there who struggles with his weight and his hygiene, and it doesn't talk to girls very well. He'll bust your ass, man. That guy will. Don't. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I remember there was this whole debate. I listened to a lot of talk radio. That's pretty much all I listened to, and they were talking about whether it was correct or not for the big kid to do what he did, and if it was right that he actually got the same punishment as the little kid, and I agreed with him. I was like, that kid doesn't deserve a punishment. Like
No.
the kids, it was and there was a woman defending the whole thing. He was like, yeah, he can't do that in class, and they're like, what if I pin you up against the wall and start raping you real good? And he was just going through this whole scenario, and she's like, well, that's not the same at all. Yeah, it's not the same because we're talking about you now.
Yeah, dude, they're kind of similar, right? Like, I don't know. Like, a sexual assault adds an extra layer, but dude, like, regular
humiliation
assault is a
is
bad
13
thing
years old.
too. Yeah,
Yeah.
public humiliation, but like, regular assault's not a laughing matter. It'll change the way you walk around outside. If someone beats you down, if you get mugged like that and physically assaulted, you're starting to look over your shoulders every time you're around. Dark alleys don't have the same innocence that they used to. It's a big deal.
Dude, somebody mugged me. I'd be pulling like a fucking Kevin Bacon on their bitch ass.
I thought
Kevin
that-
Bacon, the actor from
think we-
Footloose.
Yeah, you ever see Death Sentence?
That movie was pretty weak, if you ask me.
Yeah,
I saw
like
Footloose. Was it anything like Footloose?
No, it was
No,
the
it's not like Footloose at all.
So in this, Kevin Bacon is like an average suburban dad whose son gets killed in the middle of a convenience store robbery that was part of a gang initiation, and then afterwards, when the legal system lets him down, when they tell him they're going to plea out, I think he's like says, okay, never mind, then that wasn't the guy who did it, and then he goes into basically like taxi driver mode and starts taking these guys out. But it ended really poorly for him and everyone, and in the end, it didn't give you the same satisfaction that a revenge thriller is supposed to. It kind of was like,
He killed them all.
yeah, but it made me. It was like they were pushing the message that violence is wrong. Violence doesn't
Oh.
solve.
I don't care, but
It's
that movie
No.
has some good scenes in it. Like you said, you're putting it out of the perspective here. When the system lets him down, that guy should have been shitting his pants right then. Nobody does that kind of shit. When
Yeah.
the guy goes, it's dark. I didn't get a good look at him. I'd be like, no, motherfucker, you got a good look at
You
me.
saw me.
It was a convenience store. You know how the parking lot looked like.
Yeah, exactly. It's just bullshit. And I tell you what, but I didn't like the ending of that movie and how but I won't ruin the movie for anybody else. But what happened to his family after the fact and the whole thing. Charlie Bronson would have handled that shit correctly, my friend.
Charlie Bronson's family gets killed in every one of them too. If you date Charles Bronson, you're dead.
That's a good point. That is a pretty hazardous guy to date.
Yeah, after about Death Wish 12, I started wondering, is he informing these women about what? Like, at some point, it's on him. At some point, Charlie Bronson should be like, it's very nice to meet you. I've been alone for a few months now. My last 14 girlfriends were raped and murdered. Don't worry, I avenged them properly, though. The girl's gonna be like, I don't care if you avenge me properly or not. Fuck off, Charlie. That kind of
Get in that Cadillac.
yeah. You taking out a whole gang in Chicago is not going to bring me back. Yeah, I don't know. I really, 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 really like revenge thrillers. Revenge-based movies. When like something horrible happens to the main character at the beginning, and then he spends the middle part of the movie like preparing for what he's going to do, and then the last 20-30 minutes are just him just taking it out on this group of faceless
One
assholes.
thing I didn't like about Death Wish was he never got back the guys who killed his wife.
I know, right?
I mean, they should at least at some point gotten back in the series at the Jeff Goldblum character.
Yep.
But I also wanted to make another point since we were on the bullying thing,
Mm.
and this kind of relates to high school kids. If you're good at fighting, you know what that means? That the people that you're bullying or you're trying to harass because you have a good fighting or you've won a couple fights, they're most likely going to find alternate means to protect themselves. So being good at fighting usually means you're either going to get shot or hit with a weapon of some sort. That's just my take on it. Because if I know if Joe Lozon comes with me and starts like, "What's up, bitch? Where my lunch money at?" I'm not gonna be like, "All right, let's ball right now in the lunchroom." No, I'm gonna be like, "I'm gonna get this bitch when he goes in the bathroom. I'm gonna get him when his pants are down. I'm gonna hit him with this lead fucking pipe."
All right,
Yeah,
you heard it here, folks. Wings Redemption is going to be following Joe in the bathroom and waiting for that special moment to strike.
Wings, do you carry a lead pipe with you at all times?
If I'm planning on beating a fucking UFC fighter up in the bathroom, yeah, I'm gonna make arrangements for that lead pipe to be there.
Dude, if I had a lead pipe and I went up against Joe Lozon, I'd still lose. Your plan from the get-go was perfect. Like, if I'm gonna fight with Joe Lozon, this is how it goes down. I tell him to meet me in a field, and I'm in the wood line with a sniper rifle.
Fight at most.
I can. Yeah, I don't want a baseball bat. He'll use it on me or something. No.
Oh, you brought me something to beat you with much, much worse than before. I'll be taking that.
Oh, if you get somebody with their pants down, you put a pretty good whooping on them. I don't care who you are, especially if you hit them in the back of the head.
I guess there's that knockout blow thing that could happen, but
it ain't gonna could happen. You hit somebody in the back of the head with a baseball bat or a piece of pipe or something. He's not gonna fight you back, Woody. He's gonna be either have a concussion, especially if you follow up with some kicks to the fucking head and maybe bust his teeth in that urinal.
I mean, you're planning on that initial blow. Like, you're betting everything that first blow is going to go perfectly.
Yeah, but I'm like a 300-pound dude. I can put a lot behind that initial blow, especially if he's unaware of it.
Well, see, now, like, the scenario I have is you're in, like, a nightclub, you know, like, sort of elbowing your way past his entire posse with a lead pipe in your hand, thinking that you're going to get, like, a baseball swing at the back of his head.
You're looking at it that way. I'm in the club, sitting in that corner booth with my lead pipe under my damn trench coat, waiting for that bitch to have to go get that morning piss out or something, whatever. His posse ain't going to follow him into the bathroom.
All right, so now you're in the bathroom and he spots a known enemy.
No, he don't know a known enemy.
All right, I don't. All right, first of all,
why are you fighting him again?
Because we're talking about a like magical scenario that we're like building upon as it goes. Okay, it's like it's just stupid at this point to continue because Wings is like, so I follow him in the bathroom and you're like, what kind of floor does the bathroom have? It's like,
the fact is, if you're at the club and you're partying, you go, oh man, dude, I gotta go take a piss. You're not going to be thinking about a guy scoping you out, ready to beat you with a foreign object.
I hear you.
I think somebody in the stream just made a good point. Wings would probably be camping in the bathroom, waiting on him. It's game over.
Right. The door opens and it just sort of, Wings is behind it. As it closes, he's revealed.
There's a claymore as soon as he walks into the... Wings walks over, takes his scavenger pack, plants another claymore, and waits for George St. Pierre. Yeah. Went down.
That's how that goes down.
Hey, beating somebody. Look here. If you're at the point where you want to hurt somebody, you don't go like, "What's up, dog? We got to fight this out right now, man to man." If I'm at the point I want to fight you, I'm at the point I want to hurt you, and my goal is to not get hurt as least as possible. So I'm gonna sucker punch you. I'm gonna get every advantage I can. I'll probably fucking pepper spray you and hit you with brass knuckles. It'll happen. It's going to go down like that.
I like his certitude. He's, like, this is how this is going to go down. I ain't going to pepper spray. I got to this, I got to that.
I'm going to bitch out when you face me one-on-one. Like, you come up, I'm like, oh, man, I ain't talking about your mama. But
I got an idea.
As soon as you turn your back, I'm going to hit you with some fucking pepper spray in the fucking eyes or some shit.
Did you guys read about the new map packs?
They ain't no map packs. It's a bunch of zombies.
Kyle? What did you say?
Alex told me that they're all zombies.
Yeah, so they're releasing 4 remastered zombie maps, and I'm guessing since they were already in the hardened edition that there's no change at all. They're just making them available. And well, there is a change from the World at War version of them. I mean, they updated them a little bit, and the water works differently and stuff like that. But those 4 zombie maps come in, and then there's a new zombie map called Moon. And if you bought the hardened or prestige edition, you get it for free. And if you bought the cheapest version, then I think it's $15, like all the other map packs.
Yeah.
So there's a new trend. Like, I don't know a new trend, but maybe a trend that I just noticed. it used to be when you buy those hardened and prestige editions, you don't really get much for it. Like, what'd you get for Modern Warfare 2? A book and an RC car, but not like game stuff. In when you bought, somebody help me. For the life of me, I can't remember the Halo thing that came out before Reach.
You got a helmet.
Fiery helmet and the statue.
No, I'm looking for the name of it. Before Reach, you got
ODST.
Thank you, ODST. Yeah. So if you bought ODST, you were in the Reach beta. Like there's that's actually worth something to me, you know. Like you weren't in the Reach beta if you weren't a hardcore fan, if you didn't buy the ODST. If you bought Medal of Honor, the limited edition, like I have, then you're in the Battlefield 3 beta. Not everyone's in the Battlefield 3 beta. It's not an open beta. There's a code that comes with the Medal of Honor pack that gets you in the Battlefield beta. If you bought the hardened or prestige edition of Black Ops, then you get this zombie map pack that we're talking about for free. You get Moon without paying for anything. And I kind of like this trend. Like, you know, if you want to be a hardcore fan and buy these, you know, higher levels or limited editions or whatever, then you get something in return for it. You know, the old Gears gave you, what, a Golden Lancer?
Yeah.
You know, that I like that they're giving away, giving things of value to people. Like, it's kind of cool. It's a good trend.
Yeah.
And it makes me more inclined to get the good version.
I bought the special version of World at War, and I got a fucking flask that, motherfuckers, it doesn't open. How are you going to sell me a flask that doesn't open? I took a hacksaw to that piece of shit, drank some Kool-Aid out of it, and threw it away because I was so mad. So stupid.
All right.
Is nobody that's really frustrated with a flask that didn't open? If you got that, and anybody?
Dude, who drinks flasks? What are you, older than me? Like
I'm not. I don't. I was. It's like I'm just gonna carry it in like a vest pocket for the rest of my days.
I know. What were you on, Mad Men?
$20 extra to get this special edition, and there's a flask involved. They give me a real fucking flask. Don't give me this bargain
A
basement.
flask? Did you sneak it in your camos in World War II? Like, what are you doing with a flask?
You know, you can get them at $1, like $2 or $3 at Walmart. Kyle,
Dude, I don't get it. It had Call of Duty on it, and it was round. I wanted it to work. It's principle.
But I look at it this way: if you bought like that fucking RC car edition, you should be getting to play Modern Warfare 3 with the XP guys online for free or some shit.
Who are the XP guys?
Yeah, the Call of Duty XP, that thing you'd have to fly out to, like
Yeah, I'm going.
like Eminem and all the people were supposed to be there to play Modern Warfare 3 for the first time.
Oh, that's a lot. I mean, like, Eminem only has so much time. Like, you can't give that away.
No, I'm talking about like who they're gonna play against. Why not just open it up to the people who bought that fucking RC car edition, like some fan loyalty?
Because I want to
I can
shoot.
see
Eminem.
that. I definitely like the idea of them
In a game.
rewarding people who buy these higher level editions. Like, you know, if I was a game developer, that'd be something I'd drop into every single one of them.
I could give two shits to fuck about that RC car, but if you said anything about Modern Warfare 3 beta, I would have dropped the extra $60.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I'd have paid it twice. Like, a note to Infinity Ward and Treyarch out there: you can really rip me off for beta access. I'll pay it.
I'll pay $60 for the beta access.
I'll pay $160 for the beta access.
I'll pay
Get on my list.
$150.
$200 for beta access. Come on now.
$250 for beta access. I would pay.
Like, I mean, honestly, like, there's no reason not to pay $500 for the beta. Like, I mean,
I'd pay $500 for the beta.
Yeah.
I seriously would, because I'd make my money back off of it quickly.
Exactly.
Yeah,
wouldn't
yeah, they could. You know, do I hear 1,000? Would you pay 1,000 for the beta?
Probably
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
Depends how long it is. If it's a
Depends
month,
if
yes.
They let me post the
I just came
videos
up
or
with a
not.
very nice money making
Like 1,000.
opportunity.
I
Next
would
time,
sell my soul for the beta.
I would pay for the alpha and somebody gave
I
it to
assume that's how you got on the front page.
Yeah.
you have one left. Oh, that's good.
So, who here played Modern Warfare 3 so far?
You know what? Maybe I should do a giveaway with my soul.
Oh, a soul giveaway. I'm pretty sure you're the only one who's played Modern Warfare 3, Alex.
And I just wanted to rub it in.
Sure, somebody out here
Oh.
respond to hard.
Would you play Spec Ops?
Yeah.
Yeah, not
Survival.
even Jelly, to be honest with you. If it was multiplayer, that'd mean something to me. I guess, you know, I'd like it. I mean, it's not like I'd turn it down, but I'm not sitting there thinking about, you know, oh my god, he got to play Spec Ops.
Yeah, me and Joe snuck in. It was pretty badass.
I played Spec
Yeah.
Ops like one day with Onslaught, and it was the most frustrating shit I've ever
You
played.
with me? You play with me in a live
Yeah,
stream.
in Onslaught like a little bit later that day. On that
Okay.
fucking mission with the Juggernauts.
Oh, it's a
Oh.
little bit different. It's like a survival mode type of like
Like
zombies
Horde
feel, but with
in Gears.
but like with real soldiers, not zombies.
Did you
It's
play
pretty
Gears?
cool. No.
Oh,
When
okay.
is the
Gears
new
had
Gears
something
game
called
supposed to
Horde
come out?
mode that sounds exactly like the Spec Ops in Modern Warfare 3. Like, you know, the enemy you play is pretty much equivalent to you. They have guns and stuff, but they're stupid. So you can, in Gears, you have the ability to do something like planting a riot shield in the ground, and you can block their paths and corral them into your gunshots and stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
you know, that's how I imagine this plays out too.
No, they were pretty smart. I mean, they progressed over time. Like level 8, they were doing pretty good. It's not like they were standing around looking in the air, ready to get shot.
Yeah.
I wonder if it'll be popular.
I want to kind of. It's kind of like combat training, like on.
But
Medium.
combat training's not popular. Like, you know, you don't see.
Actually, it is, but
It actually, like, in real life, I think it is. On YouTube, it's not. Like, nobody wants to watch me pwn, you know, rookie combat training stuff. Like, that would
A
not
lot of
be a
fun,
good
though.
video.
Running
Yeah.
around
Oh,
with
Fun at all.
tomahawk, scavenger.
I have a cool
how
friends
is it fun
list.
to kill people that hardly put up a fight?
Dude, it's fun.
No, that's
Called
cool.
Pub stomping.
Yeah.
Yep.
You do
Like,
No,
the
no.
pub stomping, I can talk shit to him. That's the reason I do it.
No, me and Socrates used to sit there. By the way, Socrates graduated from Air Force Academy like a couple days ago.
Oh, good for
But we
him.
used to play. What's that called? We shoot the fake soldiers in Black Ops. The training mode.
Combat training.
Combat training, and like set it on the lowest difficulty and set the numbers all the way up as far as like time limit and score limit, and we'd see who could get the most kills. Like, and it would, we'd be dropping like, I think he'd get 50, he'd get 60, and I'd get 40 or whatever. If it was to 100 kills or something, and it would inevitably be he'd be like 60-3, and I'd be like 40-2 or something. It's fucking fun. I liked it. I have more fun with that than I do in just playing the multiplayer most of the time.
I
You know
converted
what?
you to the C4s, Kyle.
All right, let me just say this: the best piece of equipment is C4. If you're playing objectively, playing like domination, they're fucking awesome. They're fucking awesome.
But I want to say this. Never mind. I forgot what I was going to say.
You don't want to say it.
What was I going to say about combat training? Combat training. One thing that's cool about combat training is the team comes from your friends list. So
Yes.
when I do well in combat training, like my friends list, like one neat thing about being on YouTube is I have a really cool friends list. So I'm like, yeah, get pwned, Sandy Ravage, you noob. You know, Onslaught, have you played this before? Did you just get this today? Socrates, gomel, baby, gomel. You know, like you can't
I
hang
was-
with me.
I was playing one time in Wings of Redemption quickscope thing. I was like,
I got to say this, though. That shit never gets players better at the game.
yeah, it does. I
Oh,
think
I
so,
would
like,
disagree.
if
Black
you stand in
Ops
the
is
open, you're gonna get
Worst
killed.
competition to date on Call of Duty.
No,
What
I
was that
think
last
that
part?
as far as tactics, it's obviously no training whatsoever. But as far as just teaching somebody how to aim, you got to keep in mind we've been playing first-person shooters for like ever, so we have no problem making the sticks point at bad guys. We're at a different level. But a lot of these kids who just first pick up the game, just aiming at somebody or moving left, right, and forward and jumping is difficult.
I
So
would disagree when it comes to tactics. If you run in the open, you're gonna get killed. Yeah,
that's
I'm
true.
veteran.
That's actually
It's
true.
kind of forgiving though. I mean, you can
I'm
get away
veteran.
with stuff in combat
the way
training.
it works on like the easy difficulty is they have from the moment
They
they
aim
see
slowly.
Yeah, from the moment they see you, there's like a 3-second delay before they shoot you dead, and like it's not like they're bad shots. They just have a delay on how long it takes them to get on target with you. So they have 100% accuracy virtually, but it's just a delay for them to aim at you. So yeah, it actually does teach you not to run out in the open, I suppose.
A little bit.
Well,
If you
I'm
play on
still
veteran,
owning them.
like I remember the sniper rifles, right? Like everyone knows, especially not now anymore, but when Black Ops came out, the sniper rifles were seriously nerfed. Not from combat training. Those guys would just pop it up and quick scope you all day long. It was rough. Ronaldinho played on veteran, and he called me out the whole time. This is like before the first commentator showdown, and I pulled out a shotgun and beat a score. Yeah, boy.
It's hard. It's hard on veteran. The shotgun would be the way to go though if you get them close.
He had a
to you.
FAMAS. That's the thing. I just played smarter. You stay in the buildings with a shotgun, and And you can actually outshoot a veteran guy. Like even if they have a FAMAS or whatever, you gotta. I think I use an Olympia, and yeah, you can do
The
something.
thing
in
with
there.
combat training, they take the same routes all the time. Like they would never go on the second story on Nuketown. They would just go up the stairs and back down. So it's not like they're running around looking for you.
Yeah.
Really?
But, yeah, they're never
Oh.
going to the by the bunk beds.
I haven't
They
played
throw
enough to know
they
that.
throw grenades up there, but
But
I
really,
have
so you
never
can go in the
played
bunk
one
beds
game
and
of
get
combat
like a
training.
drink?
I mean, you're gonna get grenaded. They do come in that doorway, but
Yeah, I've definitely been killed up there in the room next to the bunk beds.
have they
but no.
come? Have they come up there, like in the bunk bedroom?
No, I'm talking about the room adjacent to it. Like I've definitely been killed there. The bunk bed room, I'm not really sure that I have been killed in that room.
Well, maybe I'm not. I'm not a camper, so I wouldn't know. I don't like go to sleep by the bunk beds.
No, I'm talking about the room next to it. The room with at the top of the stairs. I've
Yeah,
definitely
yeah,
been
yeah.
killed there. The bunk bed room, I'm not really sure. And when you
I'm
play
gonna test that
veteran, you
out.
do what it takes.
Exactly.
You just do what it takes. You're not gonna run around the bus and the moving van in veteran and get anything done. You're gonna be in trouble. So, have you guys heard about Skyrim?
Yeah.
There's an ad for it right under the chat box. So yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it says Reborn 11/11/11.
Mine says
Oh.
Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim pre-order now.
I just have
bought
suggested
Skyrim,
channels.
and I'll probably play that shit more Modern Warfare 3, at least for 2 months or so.
Yeah.
I've
But
never
will I be
played.
posting videos of it, maybe.
There's
But they'll probably be like late night 25-minute videos.
I had
Yeah.
like no interest in Skyrim initially, and I met a YouTuber, Darwin TV, at the paintball event, and he told me like the history behind it, and he got me kind of psyched for it. Like I want to check it out.
Buy Oblivion, play that.
But
Oh, dude. Yeah, get
it's
Oblivion.
old, right?
It's
Yeah,
gonna
so
be
you
be
get, like,
crazy
$20.
this fourth quarter on YouTube. Like there's so many games to choose.
I
Yeah,
wish they
absolutely.
would do that differently. I mean, like they need. I've talked about this before, so forgive the repeat. But Borderlands came out in I think August or something like that, 2 years ago, and that game, if it was released in the fourth quarter, no one would have paid attention to it. It was a fun game. I liked that game. I got minorly addicted to it at one point, but if it was released next to Call of Duty, which just completely sucks the oxygen out of the room, no one would have paid any attention to it. But in August, right now, like as we're sitting here, everyone's kind of itching for a new shooter. Everyone's wishing they had something they could play. If
Me
someone
too.
were to release a good shooter today, they'd have a hard time keeping it on the shelves. It was just Borderlands sold like crazy beyond anybody's expectations. Someone should take advantage of the gap in game releases and just recognize, like, look, you're not going to win Christmas. Your Call of Duty's going to win Christmas. Cope with that. Borderlands wouldn't. So come out in August and crush summer. It will help you a lot. So,
Or if you got a semi big game, come out in fucking March.
yeah,
6
Yeah,
months
you-
after Call of Duty is kind of losing its scale. People kind of want to lose their grip on it. Go to some other games. Drop another big shooter in March, so you can be like the yin and the yang to Call of Duty. You get Call of Duty in November. You get this shooter in March. That holds you over to the next Call of Duty.
yeah.
Do you think
I don't know.
Skyrim's gonna have like a StarCraft kind of?
No.
No.
Skyrim is going to be cool as shit. It's going to be modded all the fuck on the PC. It's going to have like 3 or 4 fucking expansion sets. But it's maybe it's like a 4 or 5 month game in total.
So is StarCraft, I think.
No,
Was it?
StarCraft's going to be playing 15
No.
years.
Yeah, StarCraft
I-
has amazing
StarCraft
staying
1 came out
power.
in 98 and it lasted to 2010. So that was 12 years right there, and the game was still the number 1 played game in the world the entire 12 years of its lifespan.
I was talking mainly on YouTube.
Oh,
Like,
but I don't think
StarCraft 2
that's
will always be the biggest game on YouTube.
well. Always is a
Uh,
long time.
Yeah, I
but-
don't think that's true at
I,
all.
No, that
I don't
ain't
think
true.
it's not right
StarCraft
now.
1 was bigger than gaming before StarCraft 2 came out. So how is that not true? At 12
StarCraft
years
2
old,
is not the biggest thing on YouTube right now.
it'll beat out a Whiteboy video.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
don't know
Whiteboy
about
versus
that.
StarCraft, it's not fair.
StarCraft 2, you can be. If I started tomorrow and was like started shoutcasting StarCraft 2 commentary, my channel would blow up.
And I don't know. StarCraft benefits from having fewer channels, I think. Like the Call of Duty community, I think, is the biggest thing in gaming on YouTube.
Absolutely.
Right? And the Minecraft community is also really big, and the StarCraft community is also really big. But, you know, when you talk about the biggest, I think it's Call of Duty.
There's more Call of Duty people on YouTube, but game-wise, StarCraft destroys Call of Duty.
Well, it's
Blizzard destroys all game manufacturers in terms of sales.
If I had exclusive rights to Borderlands videos, you might be like, dude, Woody's videos beat Whiteboy's. But yeah, because there's only one of me, and there's, whatever, 600
How many people are
of
on
them.
Call of Duty right now? Like, how many people you think own Call of Duty?
Own or are on it, like a given night?
Period. How many people bought
Define
Black
Call
Ops?
of Duty.
Call of Duty. Matter of fact, Call of Duty 4 through Black Ops. How many people bought it? 2 billion?
Fine.
What?
I don't know. I have a hard time coming up with a number like that. But let's agree that it's really big.
It's really big. World of Warcraft destroys it.
World
I'm
of
gonna need some
Warcraft
figures
is
to
pretty
back
big.
that up. That's like saying, how strong are you? Really strong?
Let's
I'm
see.
stronger.
Let's look up. I don't even know the numbers. I know it destroys it. Let's see.
Well,
How many
wait a minute.
sold as World of Warcraft?
I know the numbers. Let me Google it.
Yeah, I don't even have any facts whatsoever, but I know I'm right.
That's nothing to back my claims up. 1 second.
Yeah, I have no idea what the numbers are, but I know I'm right. Like, I don't think that's how that works.
I mean, I know maybe in terms of the world it's bigger, but in the world of YouTube, that's what we're in. That's what I'm concerned about, and it's there's got to be a lot of decisions to make fourth quarter.
I mean, just alone, World of Warcraft's like 6 expansion set sold 8.6 million boxes.
So Woody, do you have any allergies?
I don't know. Are you looking at me as like I'm tired?
No. I'm just asking if you have any allergies. I want to change the topic from World of Warcraft.
I'm just saying. I'm just going to put this out there. World of Warcraft's last expansion set tripled the sales of Black Ops. There's
So
6
Whiteboy.
expansion sets.
Wait,
Are you
8.6 million copies sold, and that tripled Black Ops?
Well, how many Black Ops sell?
Well,
Wait a minute. How can you say it's triple if you don't know?
I'm pretty sure, I'm sure Black Ops sold like 2 million on so days.
Wings. It's so perfect. It sold 8 million copies.
No, it sold 7 million.
7 million copies, which is triple a number that I'm not familiar with.
Yeah, but the fact is, this is a full-fledged game, a expansion set for a
What?
game.
That many.
The factor of Blizzard outsold it.
But
By
it,
3 times.
It did. The fucking 6 expansion sets sold 8.6 million. Black Ops sold 7 million.
whoa, there were 6 expansion. So you're talking about 6 expansion packs all added together?
No, just one. The last one.
So it sold how many?
8.6 million.
8.6 million. Black Ops sold 25 million copies.
All right. And just imagine how much the entire game has sold at that point. That was on opening day, though. That's what I'm referring
Wings,
to.
let me give you
Now
2
we're with
numbers.
different numbers.
Let me just give you 2 numbers to help you. There are 11 million subscriptions sold to World of Warcraft, and there were 25 million copies of COD sold.
No, you can't. You can't justify that because 11 makes.
Wait a minute, hold on a second. You're giving me number justification lessons?
No, because
You just
not
multiplied
probably a number
imaginary
justifies
numbers.
Basically, how many are active?
Oh, so activity doesn't matter? I thought we were talking about the biggest game. I think the active players are what do matter.
Because I've seen World of Warcraft have 15 million people on it. I'm dead serious. I've seen World of Warcraft with like 15 million people on the thing at one time.
It's impossible. There's only 11 million registered users.
Yes, active. Like they
It's more
delete your
like
account if you don't have you
Yeah.
don't use it after a while.
Kyle, let me explain to you. Out of that 11 million, 15 million of them were playing.
Oh,
No,
okay.
I'm not. Look here.
I got it, yeah.
Hey, before you go out there and start making some fucking fun of me like this fucking bullshit.
I'm
You
sorry,
lapse
Wings.
Your account on World of Warcraft, they delete it 100%. and that number you're getting is probably active accounts.
I think they.
Back when the game was more, back in the game such as the Frozen Throne or the Burning Crusade, my brother was so in depth in this game. I seen numbers like 15 to 20 million online at one time because they pop up as soon as the game starts
Okay.
up.
But
Yeah.
when was that?
That was shoot. My brother's been in the military now 4 years, about 5 or 6 years ago.
All right, 5 or 6 years ago, man. That's before COD. That's like COD 4 days.
Yeah, but the fact is, World of Warcraft has outsold Call of Duty. And that 8.6 million was, day one numbers versus Black Ops day one numbers. They outsold it on us on the fucking there.
I'm
But
having
I
a
think
hard
you're
time.
comparing peak numbers too, aren't you?
Yeah, this is day one numbers. Like out of the
Like-
box, this many people bought this game versus out of the box Call of Duty, this many people bought this game.
Well, let's do that. Let's look at I'm gonna see how many copies.
7 million for Black Ops is
Dude.
8.6 for whatever that last one was.
Ops.
The ice thingy,
So first.
ice rift.
I'm sorry if this is slow for everyone listening.
No, I want. This needs to have an ending.
This needs to have an ending. All right.
We have to get some kind of finale. We have to wrap this up correctly. Because the way I see it is like World of Warcraft is one game that's just been going forever. Like I feel like if they'd taken COD 4 and just kept making expansion packs instead of making, World at War, Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops, on and on and on, it would be bigger. If that makes sense. If we had Call of Duty 4 and just kept adding those things as expansion packs, 5 expansion packs to COD 4, I feel like it'd be much, much bigger than World of Warcraft, if that makes sense. It's not really even a fair comparison, regardless of what the actual numbers are.
Yeah, we gotta look at it this way. If World of Warcraft was free, it'd probably be a lot bigger than it is now.
It was free
No,
to
it
play.
wasn't.
It's free
So-
to play.
World
Wings,
of
how
Warcraft
many-
ain't free to play? It's
You
15
can
bucks a
sign up.
month.
You can sign
How
up
many-
for free.
How many copies
Right, up
were
to-
sold of World at War?
The last expansion set was like 8.6 million. Let's see.
By the way,
Okay.
guys, somebody said Wii Sports 76 million. That shit don't count as a game. I bought a Wii the other
Yeah,
day.
Wii Sports is obviously the biggest seller.
Dude,
So it was
that Wii
10.8
down there
million.
in my living room is a fucking paperweight. That is a piece of fucking shit.
I've never seen anyone rage quit Wii.
In the
Fuck Wii.
first 5 days, based on what I'm seeing here online, there were 10.8 million COD copies sold.
I can't wait to see this animated.
I don't think it's too long, but yeah, 10.8 million COD copies sold compared to 8 million. So they're both major games, but I'm seeing COD as bigger. We'll see. Maybe I have my
Yeah, but you
numbers
gotta
wrong. I'm sure
understand,
my comments will be filled with hate.
Let's just go ahead and go this far.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Activision and Blizzard are obviously partners at this point. They got the little monopoly going.
Mm-hmm.
But if you take all of Activision games and put them against Blizzard games, Blizzard trumps them.
All right, how about this? How about we take the CEOs of both companies and have them fight to the death?
No, I'm just saying. But like, we're saying, World of Warcraft by itself is trailing on Call of Duty. Now you got to factor in Diablo and fucking StarCraft into this mix, and StarCraft is the biggest
No.
game in the world.
How can you? This is just. It doesn't.
This
make-
started from from the YouTube part, and one of the problems with World at War, according to me, on YouTube, is that it doesn't easily break into videos. Like
Yeah,
you
the
can play it for
Realm
6
model.
hours.
Like,
One
all
nice
you-
thing about COD, even compared to Battlefield, is the length of the games. If you play TDM, you're about 7 minutes. If you play Sabo, you can even get like a 2.5 minute video, sometimes shorter, but you can get a couple 2.5 minute Sabo games in a night. If you play Domination, you're going to have about a 10-minute video. If you play World of Warcraft, you're going to have 6 hours worth of like stuff going on. That's a lot. That's a YouTube barrier. Even Battlefield, like look, I'm not a Battlefield expert. Sometimes people get me as if I come off as something I'm not. I'm not a Battlefield expert, but it seemed to me when I did play, games last longer, right? You can even have 20-minute games are not uncommon at all, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is to me, it's a YouTube barrier. Like, it makes it a little harder to make great YouTube videos when games are 20 minutes long.
Yeah, I don't know. It just depends on what the question is. If it's which game is more relevant, if it's which game is bigger, has sold more total copies, which game has had more unique viewers over its entire lifespan, and it's just you can't really compare the two. They're completely different types of games. They're both juggernauts in their own rights. Let's just leave it at that.
Yep. So,
Yeah, I need to bring up another section of my arguments.
oh, we're
We're
not done
comparing
yet.
PC games versus console, for the most part.
All these consoles.
World of Warcraft is cracked. It has cracked versions of it. That's probably why I've seen 15 million people on a server.
Possibly.
People just
Anyone want a new
download the
topic?
game and crack it.
So, anything? Everything?
I've been wanting to. Oh wait, did you want me to ask a new topic?
Oh, anything. Absolutely.
This one is for Whiteboy. I really want to hear his answer. Whiteboy, you got your ears on?
Yeah.
Would you rather be forgotten or hatefully remembered?
How strong is the hate?
Like
Hitler?
Twitter hate or Hitler hate?
Well, I hadn't thought I'd have to defend it or define it. I mean to say,
Mm-hmm.
let's just say generally regarded. Let's go with like Fidel Castro hate.
Fidel Castro hate.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I would have, I want to leave some kind of mark on this world. If it's not, I don't want it to be negative. But if you're forgotten, you're like I don't know, the past.
Yeah, but I think
48 billion
Fidel
people who
Castro
live.
hate is unfair. How about Richard Ramirez hate?
I don't
Forgive
know
me
what
for
the-
being uneducated.
Didn't
What did he do?
Didn't he kill his
He-
family or something? How many people did he kill?
Richard. He basically he'd break into houses, shoot the husband, make the woman give him oral sex, and then he'd kill her. And he did it like about 7 different houses.
No, I don't
Guy's
want
a
to.
baller.
I don't want to be remembered like that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a
but
completely
yeah,
different kind of
everyone-
hate. That's like homicidal maniac rapist hate. I don't need that. Now, I don't
Yeah,
want
but
to be
I'm saying
remembered as the
Fidel
dude
Castro
who
loved
killed
by some
husbands and then
innocent
mouth fucked their wives. Like, let's get that out there. Like,
Yeah,
I don't
you
want
know,
that.
like
He'd
I
like cut
would've
their
ch-
throats and then fuck them right beside him.
that's terrible. That is a lousy hobby. How do people get into this?
The internet.
But like, so here's like, originally I would have said this. I would have said I'd rather be forgotten, right? I don't want to be hated. Why would you leave a negative mark in the world? But then as I think about it more and expand it to other people that are hated, a lot of the hate is completely irrational. I watched a Wings of Redemption video once, and it was awesome. He talked about his irrational hate for the young version of Leonardo DiCaprio, right? He hated Leonardo DiCaprio. Why did he hate him? I don't know. All the girls were kind of wacky over Leonardo DiCaprio. They thought he was this great thing. And, the young Wings was a little jelly. Now he sees Leonardo DiCaprio and says, like, you know what? He makes some pretty good movies. If I see a movie with Leonardo DiCaprio in it, it's probably going to be good. My hate of Leonardo DiCaprio was never based in, like, something he did to me or he didn't do anything bad in Titanic. I just hate that he's with, who, Kate Winslet? I don't even know.
Yeah.
And now I think about that, like, all right, let's take our modern day version, Justin Bieber. Everybody hates on Justin Bieber. I'd rather be him than nobody. I don't know, Justin
yeah.
Bieber, he's doing his thing. Why are you hating on Justin Bieber? What did he do to you other than just, make music and
Oh,
sing?
you know he sings and they pay him for it and he has sex a lot. Faggot.
I don't think you understand what faggot means.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I've seen
but
Selena Gomez, and that is the act of heterosexuality right there.
Absolutely. I'd like to give me some of that.
They take Rebecca Black, and I don't want T-Mart to get sensitive or
Roll
anything,
duct
but
tape,
some guys duct tape and candles.
Or
Some guys look at
little
Rebecca
drip
Black
off
and
of
say, I don't like her, I hate whatever. They go all crazy about it, and that's not really called for, right? I saw her. What was her new song called? One Moment or My Moment, maybe something close to that. And it was like, Rebecca, you go get some. Grab that brass ring. You're out there in the recording studio, putting your all into this thing, pimping your videos, like just working and becoming, legitimately famous. And good luck to you. Like, there's no reason to hate on her. So I would rather be Rebecca Black than some forgotten hater. I'll take that every day.
Somebody just put in the chat box that there are naked pictures of Selena Gomez. If you could tweet those to at Woody's gamertag, greatly appreciated.
You had to pick me?
Yeah, I know. I think it's better if you get tweet bombed with gay pics of Selena Gomez.
You see, again with the gay pics, like dude, that's not gay.
I didn't say gay.
Yes, you did.
Wait,
I said tweet
Yeah.
bomb.
no, you
said gay
said
pics.
with gay pics.
Oh, because I was reading the chat box. What I read just came out of my mouth. Okay. I don't understand. And somebody said stop gay bashing. I didn't think we were gay bashing. It just.
Yeah, I think anyone who's listened to my channel at PKA knows that I don't have any issue with like gay people. Like Male Monday,
Yeah.
etc. It's all good, baby. Do you think?
Woody's like, I've had sex with lots of gay people. There's nothing wrong with them.
They were wonderful.
Wonderful.
They were.
They know
Wait.
what they're doing.
They were fabulous. That's what I should say.
Fabulous.
uh,
Oh, you hit a high
so,
note there.
Wings. Did you answer you?
What?
Forgotten or hated going down in history?
Hated, son.
Hated, son. All right.
Damn straight. I want Mussolini, fucking Joseph Stalin type hate.
Woo.
No.
There were some pretty bad characters you named there.
It won't be Paul Pot.
I mean, like, well, if you're gonna go down and be as hated, you want to go down and be as hated as like, the Night Stalk Strangler, or you want to go down and be as hated as like the guy who saved Britain in World War II, but he killed like 4 million people to do it.
You do?
I mean, you want to go over the top. I mean, like Ted Bundy said it best. Ted Bundy killed people to be famous. As what his basic borderline motive was. He'd pick girls up hitchhiking in college and whatnot and slit their fucking throat, cut their head off. And everybody knows who Ted Bundy is now.
So you want that kind of hate? You want to be
I
remembered
mean,
for?
would you rather be remembered for that, or would you rather be remembered as a leader that did something, powerful and uplifting, but not a lot of people liked him?
Like Hitler.
Yeah, you could be Hitler. I mean, nobody likes
Oh,
Hitler.
you could be Hitler. I won't be Hitler.
But the fact is, people are going to know Hitler's name long after they've forgotten mine. He is, in essence, immortal at this point.
In a bad way.
Does it matter?
Yes!
Rush Limbaugh.
Yes.
Rush Limbaugh's a millionaire in a bad way.
Oh my God. No politics. You promised.
No, this ain't politics. We ain't got to get into the political scene of it.
You just did.
No, I'm using him as an example. He just happens to be a political commentator.
Yeah, I see
Then
where
why
you're
is it in a
coming
bad
from.
way? Just for that, I'm linking the stream to the most horrible porn I could find. Bam!
Somebody link me to some Selena Gomez shit.
Double bam! Oh, I put a delay on me.
Oh my god, I clicked on it.
Yeah, that was a mistake, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It isn't the
What?
dog or snake giving a blowjob, is it?
No.
Yes. You nailed it. It was a dog. And
Well, there's the Selena Gomez crap. I don't know if I can say this, but she got a hefty can of knockers there.
Wait, she's 18, right?
Yes.
I don't know.
When were these pictures taken?
they weren't. I think they're saying that they were fakes.
Oh, I can't even
It's real
scroll
to
down.
me. It's the same notes.
Hey, as long as I can't tell, I don't give a shit.
All right,
Yeah,
FPS
if I
Kyle.
really have back and forth over and over, I'm fine with it.
Kyle, you ready?
I'm ready.
Would you rather pose for Playgirl magazine and sell the most in years, or star in a porn movie and win an Oscar?
I would definitely rather star in the porn movie and win the Oscar. Think about this, all right? First of all, you've just gotten paid, all right? And
Okay.
then you just have done something so fucking unprecedented that it made it. All right, to win the Oscar, that means that not only were you fucking a bunch of hot bitches, it is a straight porno, right?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, thank you. I had to you always got to specify. You tricky, but you're actually a good actor. You're gonna go on after that and get other acting gigs. There are no Oscar-winning actors who had a hard time at least getting some supporting role later on and getting work in Hollywood. I definitely want the porno. You pose in Playgirl and sell a few copies. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, I
Well,
agree.
you sell the
gotta-
most copy in years. I mean, that launches like a Jenny McCarthy-like career.
Ah, but it's Playgirl, not Playboy.
Anna Nicole Smith.
Playgirl, not Playboy. Big difference.
I mean, to get an Oscar in a porno, you got to perform at like a truly inspirational level.
Thank you.
Yeah. Then I
Yeah,
can
I'm
just
playing
add that to
devil's
my
advocate.
resume.
The truth is, you completely sold me on the porno idea. Like, yes, if you get an Oscar in a porno, like, no one else has come even
Some
close
Oscar
to
on one
that.
level
Oh,
with
I just
fucking-
found some horrible porn.
Oh my
I'm not even
goodness!
gonna link this. This is too bad.
But you are doing something by pulling out Oscar. Like, I don't know. There has to be a lot more than "ooh baby" right there written in the script.
It's like he's making love to me through the camera.
All right, if you guys.
Now let me ask you this, Kyle. Let me go and rephrase
It had to
this.
be a guy in your scenario. Come on.
If that Oscar-winning porno was with Casey Anthony,
Absolutely. I'd fuck Casey Anthony just to say I fucked Casey Anthony. Where is she right now? Casey Anthony, if you're out there listening to Painkiller Already, let's get it on. I bet you're having a hard time, getting hooked up these days, you crazy child-killing bitch.
Hey,
But
TMZ
you got a
found
lucky
her.
stick in you, and I want to taste.
Dude, she might fit in your house. Like, this
Absolutely.
is-
By the way, I'm linking the stream. No joke. One of the most disgusting things I've ever found on the interwebs. And I think Wings of Redemption is at least directing it.
hey, let me ask you this, Kyle. Would you accept $100 if you could get Casey Anthony to drink a beer bong law rocket?
Yeah, of course I'd do that.
I would pay $100 to see that. I so would. Who else would pay $100 to see Casey Anthony drink a beer bong law rocket?
Does it blow up in her face?
No.
No, I want her to get incinerated.
Come on, you gotta have a humiliation factor here.
Oh my God, Kyle.
I told you.
How about? Oh my God! This says motherless on it too. I know it's gonna be bad.
Oh, what the hell is that?
Yeah, it looks
Oh
like
my
two pieces
God.
of raw meat with like a mop on top of it, just from the still picture.
Look, bitches, when you click my links, you're clicking some hardcore shit. Keep that in fucking mind. No,
The chicken's
Why do you
looking at
watch
me.
this shit?
What
Like,
is-
oh, I'm on here searching for the most fucked up shit in the world right now. If I found a video and link you guys, I'm at a gold medal level right now with my fucked up porn, alright? It's Great Danes, chickens, and women giving birth, so get ready, motherfuckers.
Oh, I gotta go away. What is that? Is it a chicken?
That's a chicken.
That butthole is fuckery too.
oh my Lord. What?
With a chicken, you can hold the bitch down. It's not like you can outpower the animal.
I cannot unsee that.
No, you cannot unsee the things that I'm sending tonight, ladies and gentlemen. You cannot unsee them. They're going to be
There's like
scorched
three
in
other
your
links
brain.
here.
Oh my God. Every so often the camera like pans over to a close up of the chicken's face. And it, like the chicken and I are making eye contact. And like he's looking at me like, I don't know about this. This
Alright, I'm going to link you
Fucking
one more,
waiting
and
for
this
this Colonel Sanders
is
to
a
come
safe
in
one.
and top
This
it
was
off.
actually a good one, so you don't have to worry about chickens getting raped or shit blowing out of women's asses. So
the
right
chicken's
now.
pretty nonchalant about the whole thing. Like
Yeah,
he doesn't appear to be trying to. Is he drugged or is he?
What do you-
I didn't.
It's that Heather girl.
I didn't think that human chicken relations were. I didn't think that human chicken relations were actually possible. But now that I
Look
think
at
about
that
it, like they
shit.
deliver eggs. Oh my God. Oh my
That's
God.
Kentucky.
Man,
I'm
the end of this dildo is gonna have stomach acid on it. Look at this shit.
All right, for those of you
Dildo?
who
That's
don't-
not a dildo.
For those, that is a dildo. For those of you who don't know, she is a.
Oh, we must on different videos.
I can't remember what her name is. Somebody in the
Heather.
chat will know.
It's Heather Brooke.
It's Heather Brooke. Heather Brooke is a fucking professional cocksucker. All right, she is amazing. She has like zero gag reflex, and apparently she has a blowhole in the back of her head so she can breathe. It's amazing, and she's got like
Motherfucker,
she's got a 2-foot rubber dildo, and she's just taking it, slamming it.
She
Dude,
could
this
have a
is
career of sword swallowing here.
crazy.
Come on.
Guys in the stream, like, I don't wish
remember
this
in high
upon
school, there was
you.
a girl that used to do something sorta like this, and we'd like buy her ice cream so she'd show us. But this is right here is the crazy shit.
How old were you?
We were like, 16, 17
Yeah,
at the
I'm
time.
setting you up for a criminal charge.
Oh. But she could get a nutty buddy and she could take the whole thing down her throat pretty much.
Yeah, and you guys need to stop complaining about getting a virus. Look, when you click my links, there's a chance you're gonna get a virus. All right, just accept it.
When you do this stuff, there's a chance you could get a virus as well.
Yeah. You think the virus your computer got was bad? Just imagine what that guy's got.
Oh, God.
Did you guys watch the chicken one?
Yes, we did. I got
No,
once
it
the
was
butthole-
5
once
minutes.
Once he pulls out and the butthole starts puckering, I had to cut off though.
Yeah.
I just seen a thumbnail. I was like, no, thank you.
Pussy.
I should have turned off and the thumbnail looked like 2 raw pieces of ham with like a fucking mop on top of it. Didn't recognize the animal at all.
I just finished that chicken video.
You made it the whole way through, Woody, you pervert.
I skipped a little in the middle, but my God.
Did he give it a good working?
Yeah. I didn't think that was possible. Like, I made a joke about, like, showing swans who's boss or something because they're jerks or whatever. But I didn't actually know a swan could take, like, a normal-sized guy. I thought that, because the animal's, like, it's like a 12-pound animal or something. Like, you couldn't do it with a squirrel. It'd just be too small. You couldn't do it with a hedgehog. It just wouldn't fit. But these are egg-laying animals. You can actually have sex with them.
No, you cannot.
Or you could not. Yeah, that's an option.
You just seen somebody have sex with him. How can you deny that?
That's disgusting.
Oh, it works.
No, I was saying you could opt not to, which might be a good. I don't know. I do hate birds, but
Fucking
like,
fuck birds. Literally. Next week we fuck a bird.
wow,
With bacon.
wow, that was so bad. Like,
Like I said, click one of my links. You're basically there should be a disclaimer. By clicking this link, I accept that I'm about to see something fucking horrible because I want. Who
I'm
wants to see
still-
Bruce Lee porn?
like, have you ever seen? It's sticking with me. That was rough.
For you or the chicken?
I don't know who it was worse for. The chicken really didn't seem to be like protesting. Like, the chicken's lucky I'm not in the jury because if I see that video, I think the chicken might have
Well,
won.
you gotta
it.
look at it this way, Woody. An egg has generally got more girth than a penis.
Well, babies have more girth than a penis, and that's not something you'd want to do all the time.
I don't like that
But
analogy.
chickens have babies every day.
Okay. Wow.
It's a little more. It's a little more worked out. It's a little more elastic.
All right. FPS Kyle.
Yes,
Would you
sir.
rather fly or live to be 200 years old?
Fly.
Bye.
Wait. I live to be 200 years old, but what do I look like?
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna add in the bonus package.
Can
and
I
say
look
you-
just like I look now?
Yeah, I'm gonna
As
freeze you
far
at
as, like,
25.
aging and stuff, and will my dick still work after 200 years?
Yeah, I'm gonna freeze you at 25.
200 for me.
200, man. Wait, and if I can fly, is it just my mortal body, but it can fly now?
Yeah.
How fast can I fly?
I don't know.
I
45,
need to know.
60 miles an hour.
60? Oh, that's weak shit, man. No, I'm living to be
Dude,
200.
you're a human. How fast do you think you can fly?
I want to be able to fly at least 300 or 400 miles an hour.
I don't think you could handle
Have your
that.
eyes fall out.
Dude, no, I'll put a helmet on that's like, I want a suit that's shaped like, actually, you know what? If you can fly.
Rocketeer.
No, better. I want a complete bodysuit that's shaped like a cock, but an aerodynamic one. And I want to fly around, and I'd be a superhero, and I'd be Cockman. And I would fly places and fuck people.
You know what I would do if I could fly? I need like 2 miles an hour, because I would just like go to like fairs and shit and be like, "What's up, bitches? Let me get that cat out the tree for you."
You're
Where
just
my
talking about
money
moving around at this point. That could probably be done.
See, my thought process on this is when you're 200 years old, the technology is going to be available for
Awesome.
you to fly. So
It's possible, yes.
You know, the technology's available for me now to fly. It's called a fucking airplane.
Yeah, that's my thing on flying. People are all excited about flying like it's the greatest ability ever. Dude, just to end the conversation, the greatest ability ever is to shift time and space. That's what you're looking for.
Mhm.
Flying solves a problem. Flying solves a transportation problem. And the truth is, my ability to drive, grab a plane, things like that, has sort of trumped any like human flying thing that I can imagine. Even if you can fly at
Be
300
honest,
miles an
though.
hour.
If you can fly, you're getting laid.
The
Really?
fact is, I just use the fact that
All
you
right,
can
let me
fly
ask
to
this:
get money.
to any females who are in the chat, would you fuck a decent looking guy just because he could fly if he took you flying with him and to say that you were chilling with a flying dude?
What are you new to Painkiller Already? There's no girls who watch this show.
There are. I know. Baby's still here.
Yeah, Kenzie, baby, where are you? We need your answer. So most of these guys, there's some no's, but by and large, someone's mom said they would. Oh my god.
It's
Like,
really robotic, guys. I
I'm
don't know if
just
this is
saying,
you.
like if there were like a rough looking chick, let's say like she's a 3 or a 4 on the like hot scale to 10, I'd fuck her if she could fly. If she took me for a little ride. If like I can, what if we were flying and I was fucking her? All right.
Air
What if-
sex would be legit.
Yes, air sex. Let's get it on. This is like Michael Jordan sex. All right.
I'm trying to picture like the harness you would want on this, right? Like, yeah, there's some sort of like.
I want her to like be upside down while I'm like in some kind of like I don't know, spinning,
Exactly.
sizzling motion.
I'm thinking of some sort of 2-man bungee mountain climbing harness that allows like keeps you together so you don't fall off and die during the act. But you know, like she could kind of fly and leave you hanging and just like
Dude, I
take
got
a
it.
turbulent
Now,
route,
let me ask you.
and it
Dude,
would create all the motion that you're looking for.
You want some sort of underwear that has like 4 holes in it for all 4 of the legs of the 2 people, and there's bungee straps to connect the 2, so you could push her away, and then it would pull her right back to you.
Yeah, that's
I
what I'm
just
thinking. Like,
invented space sex.
No, you just want turbulence. I think if you just fly through some turbulence, you'll be fine.
Now let me ask you this: what superpower would you have then? Like,
It's
if you
the
could
bill-
have any superpower in the world, you could make it up off the top of your fucking head right now. What one would you want?
I want the
Time
ability
travel.
to shift like body into like other people and animals.
I want time travel.
Shape-shifting.
With time travel, I could solve almost any problem.
Time travel's a good one. I didn't know that was an
yeah.
option.
You know how
You know
rich
what I
I'd
want
be?
to do? I want to create currency out of thin air at any given time.
All right, well, both
Oh,
mine.
Time
we're gonna
travel
start
get that
ripping,
done.
too
See,
funny.
here's the problem. Mine and Woody's special powers accomplish yours and so much more.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the fact is, you got to get people to pay you. I ain't got to get shit.
I
Dude,
could switch
The
into- I
stock
could
market
switch
dropped
into
400
Trump.
points today. I could do
Yeah, yeah.
enough with that to not have to work again.
Absolutely.
If I saw that coming, you know, I'd be set. I would just short something that died, and I'd be good to go.
If you'd known what was going to happen yesterday, with the stock market dropping 515 points or whatever, you could have made
Yeah,
some.
but the fact is, I ain't need a bank account. Like, you need $100, sir. Here you go.
Yeah, but at this point, it just seems lazy.
But there's other stuff going on too. Like let's say, for example, I don't know, I say something I regret. Problem solved. You know, good to go. If
$100 makes people solves that problem too.
let's say you have a car accident, you know, and now you have a medical issue. Problem solved. You know, you can go back, undo that. You get a
Yeah.
second try at everything.
I'm going to run to the bathroom really quickly, but I just linked
Well,
everyone.
what happens when the fucking Langoliers eat your ass?
Awful. Get some.
Wait,
Go
what
back.
eats my butt?
The Langoliers.
I'm not familiar with Langoliers.
I would like some
Langoliers are-
ability that
Langoliers are the
produces
things
new
that come
socks
by
every day.
yesterday, as you go into the next day. It's a monster from Stephen King.
Oh, okay.
It's this little ball. It's like beach balls with teeth that eat the past. So so there's no such thing as the past because it eats it to make room for the present.
I got a question for you guys who are still here. Would you want JD 2020's job? Let's pretend the pay was the same as you have now. Would you want that job?
Same pay?
I get the same amount of
Yeah.
hate 2020. Yeah, I'll take it.
I think so, yeah. That'd be cool. to
His
deal
job
with
is
me.
steady, and I got to deal with kids all day.
He does
yeah.
too.
I think it'd be cool because, you know, our lives are pretty much not based around Call of Duty, but it's a big part of us.
Yeah, but I do the
I
same.
love-
Thing. I do the same bullshit JD 2020 does. Be like, ignore my Twitter. Be like, hey guys, here's some codes, and you'll be like, yeah, they're loving it. They loving the shit out of it. Second chance, Ghost. Let's make Blackbird last 8 minutes. You know.
Oh, did you see his tweet? He said at PAX, if he set up a booth and he charged $100, people can punch him in the stomach.
He
Okay.
said that?
Yeah, I was like going down for
Oh.
5K.
Oh man,
Man.
I'd bring like a 2 stack for that one. Be like $2,000. Get this shirt
JD's
off, bitch.
JD's a good guy. I met him in person. He's actually pretty cool, level-headed, like intelligent person. But
Yeah.
he doesn't strike me as a guy who could take a punch to the belly very well. Like
Hey, look here. I'd buy like 20 punches, like right off the top, and they wouldn't be no like quick punches, like some boxer like fucking speed bag shits. They'd be one of those like I gotta ice my hand up after every one of them. Just lay into them.
Yeah, yeah. JD's pretty much a scapegoat for Call of Duty as 402 is.
He'd
But
be in the hospital by the time he made $1,000.
So it's funny. Like right now, 402 doesn't really have any hate directed at him. You know, and I think that'll continue leading up through probably the start of November. Right there's he's going to start talking about multiplayer, and people are going to love what they hear. He's going to say something about ghost camping being fixed. He's going to say something like he already did about map design being improved so that camping is less effective than it used to be, right? You know, stop putting multi-stories on everything. No more windows overlooking broad golf courses or whatever. Take that stuff away. And then suddenly people are able to like work around the map without some guy standing in a window killing them. He's going to talk about, I don't know, quick scoping being back. He's going to talk about all the things that people want, and people are going to love 402 prior to the game's release. And then the game will come out, and there'll be something wrong. There'll be a weapon that's better than the others, a perk that's better than the others in the case of Black Ops. And that is when JD 2020 will take the torch of hate and pass it to 402 and say, here you go, bro. Next year's yours.
and I'm scared because Infinity Ward really didn't fix Modern Warfare 2.
Yep,
So-
that's, oh my gosh. Or COD 4. Right, Infinity Ward didn't. There weren't lots of COD 4 patches put out there. There was maybe like one bullshit patch where they made it so pistols couldn't shoot quickly anymore, or something like that. It's not as if they were constantly addressing like COD 4 twin. You know, people forget the M16 and the MP5 guns were considered to be overpowered. Frag times 3 was a huge issue.
Oh.
So was martyrdom. Right, those perks were as frustrating as Ghost is today. And Blame Truth had like no frag times 3 T-shirts made up, and they were popular. People loved them. People fussed about COD 4 all the time. Now the game is held in retrospect as this like perfect thing that had no flaws, but that's not really true. So
I fucking hated COD 4. Let me tell you that.
if COD 4 came out today, people would hate it. They'd be like, "Oh my God, you're an MP5 noob. Oh my God, you run frag times 3. I hate you for that." Wet Work is the worst map ever built in the history of Call of Duty because you just die when nades land at your feet. It's not your fault. People would fuss about COD 4 today in the same way they fuss about Black Ops.
You know what? People be hating on me right now if I play COD 4 right now because I will use martyrdom on fucking like shipment. It's going to happen. That's
On
like the
Shipment?
best third perk on that map.
I don't know, dude. Steady aim or deep impact. Deep impact, you can go right through those containers. You can sit in the back behind the car, get your kill streaks going. Deep impact is strong.
I played Shipment so bad. I would go to a corner, and like everyone's playing with these close quarter weapons on Shipment. I would go to the corner with an M16, get my airstrike, get my helicopter, and rinse, lather, and repeat, just again and again and again.
That's the same way I played it.
Yeah.
Bust out
Oh my
200
God.
kill games, 40 plus
200's
KD.
a lot for me, but I'd get 80s, I'd get triple digits every now and then. Shipment was my friend. Oh Lord, I love Shipment. I could be struggling all night long. Things aren't going well. I'm bouncing around backlot, getting shot, and then my good friend Shipment comes around. My KD clinic. I'll bust out my
Let's
80
talk
and
about
6.
this as the final topic because I've always wondered this. Why do you think people prefer the smaller maps?
Nonstop action.
Yeah.
Is that the simple reason? I've always
It
thought
is
that
for me.
maybe like maps like Shipment, people get a lot more kills because the spawns are so much worse on the smaller maps. So you might spawn behind somebody, or there's just no chance to react, and somebody you can get the easy kills. Even if you go like 20 and 60, say a guy goes 20 and 60, he's voting Nuketown again because he got 20 kills, other than going one in like 15.
But it was an entertaining 20 kills. There was always something going on.
Yeah, something about every time Shipment came up, people wanted it. I would be in lobbies and, whatever, some other good map comes up. I'll call it, pipeline.
Right.
And they'll be like, vote against this. Maybe we'll get shipment. That was the line of thinking, like let's just roll the dice. Maybe
Shipment
shipment
did not have good spawns. Whoever said that in the chat.
Oh. Yeah, I found shipment to be a ton of fun. I'm disappointed that there hasn't been a shipment like map ever. Now I know
Hutch
when you
made a
add,
shipment on Reach.
yeah, that's true. That was actually a nice thing that he did for the community. He released that and everything. But I was gonna say something. Oh, the kill streaks have changed, which makes shipment not that feasible. If you were to put shipment in Modern Warfare 3, you would have to say, all right, you know what? Everybody gets COD 4 like kill streaks for this. There is no AC 130. Sorry. Because an AC 130 on shipment would be nonsense.
Oh, it'd be so fun.
Not really. I mean,
Oh,
the
yeah.
whole lobby
Yeah,
would
it would be
empty.
because I'd be in that bitch. It would be scrubbing DW20 and 60. It'd be Wings of Redemption pounding ass.
Yeah, we'd all take our turns. Like, I'd get them
Imagine
too.
dogs.
Oh,
Imagine
dog?
what kind of spawn trap I could be getting on the shipment right now with a well-brewed Twitter team. That's LMGs all day.
I think COD 4 is better with COD 4, or I should say, shipment is better with COD 4 like kill streaks than it would be with an AC 130. I know it might seem fun, but that's not good game development right there.
so in Modern Warfare 3, do you want to see a 357 loadout or custom?
I
Like
want
it is now.
customs.
I have
Yeah.
heard them say, I want customs, but I've heard them say that they're going to change the game so that there's a more heavy emphasis on gunfighting. And it's, in
cares?
Black Ops, I remember when that came out, people were angry. People were angry that their gunships weren't like just going to town like maybe they did in Modern Warfare 2. But another problem with Modern Warfare 2, though, was that the whole point of that game was to get your kill streaks. I mean, you go to domination,
I
get
like
your
about it.
gunship.
I hope there's a new game type besides domination for Ground
Yes,
War.
that's what I really want. I'd consider war. War's kind of new to me. I've played it, but I'm like I don't have the time into war that probably
Just play
you and Wayne
Demolition.
do.
It cuts all the bullshit out. If the guy sucks, he's just gonna get spawn trapped.
But the
Oh.
thing with me is I like the action.
Demolition.
like the
You're
fall.
always shooting the guy when he spawns. The
There's
action
something
never
about-
takes a break for you.
It's something about 9v9.
Reloading is
that
a
I really
hindrance in
love.
that game mode.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I definitely like it. When they added Cap the Flag, I was really excited about it. And people who've listened to all the Painkiller Alreadys may remember me getting mad when they took Cap the Flag away. But now that Cap the Flag has that 3 cap limit and Black Ops moves so freaking slow and the noise, like I don't even like Cap the Flag on Black Ops. It's the idea of the game type is pretty cool, but on Black Ops, I don't know, the sound whoring is broken. The everything, you feel like you're running in mud. Everything just like it's not good. Oh, and you can only get 3 flag caps. We used to have these neat games where every now and then we get like 20, 22, 27 flag caps on Favela. That might be an exaggeration, 27, but we definitely broke 20. And those games were kind of neat to happen. In Black Ops, that's just like they took that away. It was never. Cap the Flag isn't as fun in Black Ops.
I think we might have gotten 32 on overpass or underpass, whatever
All
it's
right,
called.
somebody set your watch right now, because I'm gonna tell you what's down with Modern Warfare 3. If they make the thing more gun skill hardened and take away from kill streaks, it's gonna be more good player friendly. Because a lot of people suck at fucking Call of Duty. I'm talking about like 85% of the community sucks fucking dick at Call of Duty. I mean, they couldn't shoot you if they wanted to. You could stand still.
Seems like a high percentage. I'm
But
guessing most players can shoot. When
how
I
often
stand
do you run
still,
into
they can
somebody-
shoot me.
How often do you run into somebody you think, man, he's a good player? You run into people that are aight, but
Yeah.
you think, yeah, I'm better than him.
Well, what do you think that's gonna do
Right.
to the
I'm not
series
the
if it
greatest
doesn't-
gamer, but
I can
I
count
feel
on
like I
one hand
lead.
how many times I've ran into somebody in a public lobby and like, this guy might be better than me.
Yeah, I rarely feel like I'm getting beat by guys who use a loadout like mine. Now and then, like some guy will finish higher than me in the lobby. It happens. It happens all.
He had
a
better
bunch.
engagements than me. But rarely do you run into that guy who's think, well, I just can't beat him. I just want to stay away from him altogether.
Mhm. Right.
And the fact is, look at Black Ops. Black Ops is more gun emphasis than Modern Warfare 2. I have a higher KD in Black Ops than the kill streak game.
Mm-hmm.
A game that where you can get 20 kills at a drop of a hat by getting 5 kills. I have a less KD than a game where I got to work for 11 kills to get a kill streak because the guns are harder to kill people with, and that makes it worse on the players that suck.
So is that
fact
due to
is-
staffing power being out?
No, that's well in a way, but the fact they're bringing that back. But in a way, when they make the guns harder to kill and you put more emphasis on gun skill other than kill streaks, one thing it slows the game down, which is one of the downsides is a downside for Call of Duty. Because Call of Duty is known as the fast-paced twitch shooter.
Yeah,
And
but I don't
two-
think that making it gun on gun slows the game down.
I
Yeah, it
think it's
does. Yeah, it
stackable
does.
kill
If you do
streaks,
not
yeah.
have those gunships and those chopper gunners, that TDM goes from 3 or 4 minutes to 8 to 9 minutes.
Well, that's not what I think of though when I think of slowing a game down. Like if you
That
took
is-
away all
that
the
is-
kill streaks, the game would last longer. But the pace of the game is determined by the way that the maps are laid out, by the gun's ability to kill, by how quickly
If you
your
played
player
every
runs.
TDM 8 minutes, it would bore the fuck out of you.
You
I
think?
love those TDMs that's like, boom, over. You've pounded their ass. And
That's
not
pretty
only-
neat, but
not
I like the
only-
TDMs where I see all the traffic I can handle. You know, like if I'm playing a game and it happens sometimes where I feel like I spent all my time being somewhere else, like, you know, seriously, I spawned in Narnia and now I have to run all the way over here to find the traffic. Like that to me is the worst thing in a game. And
Well, how about
again,
this? How about this, Woody? You're saying
Mm-hmm.
this. All right, let's take the kill streaks out of it. What happens in a domination game where you have no kill streaks and you got the bitches just camping on their one flag they have, not moving? They're camping on Pride Rock, camping in the back of the fire base, have no intention of coming out, don't care if they win or not. Now you
Mhm.
can't even pound them with your kill streaks. Now you're just sitting there shooting them. Oh, spy plane. Oh, there's a support helicopter. Zzz, zzz. No, you want to fucking rain down hell on them bitch ass motherfuckers. You
Yeah.
want to get the triples, the quadruples. You want the 20-man feed with the gunship because it makes you feel good because you feel like you beating them down.
but if you
That's
take
what I
that
play
jungle
Call of
map
Duty
you just
for.
described, shrink it to 1/3 of its current size,
And guess
remove
what
all the
hap-
camping
guess what-
spots like
guess what happens at
Pride
that
Rock.
point?
Hold on a minute. Remove the camping spots like Pride Rock, and suddenly you've got almost a shipment, right? Where the thing is really rocking, there's nonstop action, and you're go,
Yeah,
go,
but guess
go.
what happens at that point? You get people when you run into a good team on shipment, you get spawn trapped. Even in domination, look at on COD 4. There's spawn traps on shipment, LMGs, things like that. That's what I would be doing, because the maps are so small. When you shrink the maps down, you shrink the choke points down, and you give bad players that chance to get those kills on you. You get bad players a chance to flip the spawns constantly to get behind you. You give a lot more unfair deaths to the point where it just gets frustrating.
Truthfully, I
How-
don't think I've ever been spawn trapped on shipment.
How long can you play Nuketown 24/7 without like fuck this? Let's go do something else.
24/7?
It's not that you're
I can
getting
play
spawn
24/7.
trapped on shipment because the 24/7 because the spawns flip in shipment constantly. You know what actually happens is you're just getting abused by the air power. You're like, oh my god, more airstrikes, more helicopters. And if you do get the rare helicopter, it's late in the game and there's 6 people all fighting to get theirs called in. So that if they take the maps, remove the camping spots, flatten them, shrink them, hopefully a little bit, you know, no more arrays, then I think they'll have a pretty fast-paced game. And it's not the air power that makes it a fast-paced game; it's the engagements. You know, give me a steady stream of bad guys to fight, and I'll have a good time.
Who thinks that Pringles are the best chip of all time?
I do, yeah. I mean,
Sour
really,
cream nut, sour
The
cream
only-
or red-
dude, all the Pringles are outstanding. The only problem with Pringles, I would argue, not a good container.
Dude, I just finished off an entire container. That's why I've been quiet.
Well,
Do we have
I mean,
any more, Kyle?
No, I literally
Okay.
just finished them off.
not a good container for people with adult man hands.
I got girly hands, and I still get my shit stuck in those bitches.
What? You do not have girly hands.
I do have
He
some.
does.
I do have small girl-like hands.
Uh huh.
I love that your girlfriend was like, "Yes, he does." That was perfect. All right, I stand corrected. Yeah,
Jalapeno
this
chips
is
too.
this is like a first world problem. Like, man, my sailboat is too slow and my hands won't fit in the Pringles container. But like that's my issue. I kind of wish it came in a bag or something, some easier way.
Me kills you. I hate you too. But the fact is, I know what I'm talking about when it comes to first-person shooters. And if they shrink every map down to that size, is just going to reward bad players, and that's the opposite of rewarding gun skill. Gun skill happens on maps like Array when you're shooting at people across the fucking map and killing them through a window with all you see is their head. That is gun skill. Gun skill is not spraying around a corner with an MP5 and hoping somebody doesn't kill you.
What kind of size are we talking about there? Are we talking about shipment size or castle size?
We're talking about shipment size. All the maps be around the size of Shipment and Nuketown.
Well, I
I'd
don't
rather
know.
maps be castle size. Castle is perfect size for every map.
Castle's a great
Hazard,
size. I
Hazard's a
like
good
having
size.
shipment. I like oh wait. Dome is another small. Is Dome small?
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
small, yeah.
Yeah, there's like 2 levels. They're on the one edge. There's like steps or something. I think I know which one to Dome. I like Dome. I like Castle. I like the smaller maps. But I just want at least one shipment. I want like a 1v1 map. You know, we haven't had that for several Call of Duties. If you think Rust was a 1v1 map, you've got it wrong. You didn't experience the greatness that was shipment for 1v1. I would love heck, they should bring shipment back, even if it only exists in private match modes. You know, give us shipment.
1v1 map, son.
I wish they would bring back World at War maps. Like they did Hazard, but for Black Ops they should have one more map pack with.
I think they
Castle.
should. I think they should throw out the whole, trying to even up for good players and bad players. No matter what you do, you can't close that gap between somebody that can't shoot and somebody that can. You can't do it. So why punish somebody?
Yeah, you can.
How
I
you
thought
do
that's
it?
your whole. I thought that was your whole channel model. If you can, if you play smart.
You can take somebody that's bad and make them good, but you can't make a game that makes that bad player just as good as that good player right out the gate.
Oh yeah, not right out the gate.
Strong players are going to run together. Strong players are going to team up. Strong players are going to dominate the weaker players. And if they keep up with the split screen crap, it's going to get even worse. Split screeners are like a free game. If I see 2 motherfuckers split screening, I'm like, look at that steak.
I like that.
right
Or the
there.
opposite. Like I've been playing with one teammate a lot lately, and every so often you're like, oh, I got the split screeners. Like that sucks. Now we're gonna
Split screening
virtually
needs
play.
to go. It
I mean,
does.
But on the other hand, have you ever like been pleasantly like every now and then, every once in a blue moon, split screeners will kick ass, and you're like, what the? Like how
Yeah,
did that go?
I did that today with my buddy. As some people over, and we played split screen, and I dropped a 32-2 on the first game. I'm like, going up.
Yeah, that's I played. So it was just a couple months ago, but I was over at my daughter's friend's house. You know, we did like a 2 family sort of dinner party type thing, and it turns out my daughter's friend's dad is also a Call of Duty player, and he's like, "You want to play? You want to play?" I'm like, "All right." And I was a little nervous because he knew that I was like, look, I don't want to pretend that I'm some sort of great player, but he knew that I was supposed to be good. And I didn't have a headset or anything. I wasn't sure. We didn't have any sound, and yeah, both games I had, I don't know, between like 7 and 12 KDs. I led the lobbies, and we were split screening, and it was nice, like, yeah. After that, I stopped. He's like, "You want to play some more?" I'm like, no, that's good. Because I'm like, I'm going to just make you think that's normal and call it good. And that's where it ended.
But do you think that would be a good idea? Like Wings and Woody, real life. They got the video camera on YouTube, and then you got the split screen gameplay. You think that would be a good live commentary?
It's an
Here's what
innovative idea. I think people, like, I like to try something new on my channel every once in a while. There was a common hater out there who's ripped me for talking about going back to school on Twitter today. And it's like, dude, it's August. It's not a bad time to, branch out in your topics, brainstorm a little bit. Talk about something other than standing behind barrels while you shoot.
Here's my final say on this. Call of Duty needs a social playlist, and if you want to bring split screening back from Modern Warfare 3, make it social playlist only. That way people can play with their friend, but they just won't count.
That'd be interesting, too. A playlist that doesn't even impact your stats?
Yeah,
I like
just
that.
yeah, just like when people suck, they can stay on that social playlist, and then you have a ranked playlist.
Nice. I wouldn't
I
mind
do
that.
like that. As a YouTuber, it might be bad.
Yeah, you could play it.
Obviously, if you'd see who the bad YouTubers are quickly when you got like, "What's
Yeah.
up, guys? Got that social playlist on lock." Get the
Right.
5-2.
Well, dude, even like you, Wings, like you like to put up videos by and large that have like 5, 6 KDs and better, right? It's kind of where you want to be. Ideally tens or whatever, like a 30 kill flawless would be nice. You would have a hard time, even as a good player, getting a 35 kill flawless on the competitive playlist. You know where the good
It's
players
not
are
a
roaming.
competitive playlist. It's a ranked playlist. It just
Well,
means your
that's-
stats recorded.
I just called it competitive because that's the equivalent, the closest thing we have now in Call of Duty. But if you put the ranked playlist and that's where all the strong players roamed, then
The fact
you
is,
might
your
be
standards would be lowered.
you might be twice as good as average, and people would see you post up whatever, like 18-9 games maybe.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter because I know I'm a good player. I can hang with a ranked playlist, and I know if it came down to the fact that if everybody had to play on this, like let's say competitive playlist on Black Ops was the only games that your stats recorded on, that's the game I'd play, and I'd still have a 2 KD in it because the people are more competitive, they're more that, and they have all these rules and regulations against me. But the fact is, I'm smarter than them. I will outthink them, and I'll play it enough that I know what they're going to do before they even know what they're going to do.
Yeah, I hear where you're coming from. I don't. It would be. I just think that it would have an impact on the YouTube scene, right? It would be difficult to get, what we currently call YouTube games, which have what, like 6 KD plus, on a list where only great players roamed.
And guys, I'm not.
YouTube games for me it's not about the KD so much. I mean, that's a factor in, but it's about entertainment value. I would post a 20 and 15 game if there was high action and a good game.
Yeah, I like to do that too. Like I have a game on my hard drive now where it's me and a friend against a clan of 6, and it's on Hazard, and they start by taking Bravo, and I think I start the game like 2-9, just trying so hard to recap Bravo. It's T-Mart and I and 4 unfortunate kids with Down syndrome, as far as I can tell. And I didn't mean I'm gonna get so ripped on. I'm sorry, but eventually, like after like whatever it would be, my 9th or 10th try, I managed to get Bravo, and I finished the game like 30-10 because I just lock it down and don't let them come and hold it, and we win. And I'm just like, I just know I'm gonna get torn a new one for going 30-10 for what they'll call camping the B flag, but what I think of as, dude, it's 6-on-2. I was locking down that area of the map going for the win. Like I wonder how that game will go over. To me, it's really awesome. It's exactly what I would like in an instructional video. How to get out of a spawn trap, take over B, and win a game. But other people, I think, are looking for just pure awesomeness, where you run around with an MP5 and kill everyone.
It's nice when everything goes your way. It's
kids like that get me the pissed off mentality. Like, I'm always mad because kids like this. It's like, Wings, you're not even good at motherfucker, I'm great at Call of Duty. I'm one of the best in the world at Call of Duty. That's why I have a channel that is so popular on Call of Duty. I know this sounds cocky as fuck right now because it's the fucking truth.
Oh, I say it every video.
I'm not humble. I'm not trying to be humble. I'm not trying to be like this. But the fact is, there might be people out there that can take me. It doesn't mean I'm the best player in the fucking world. I'm not like the GOAT over here. But the fact is, I know how to play Call of Duty. I know how to play Call of Duty well, and I'm a very fuel efficient, puppy stabbing, belt driven combustion engine when it comes to Call of Duty. I know how to pre-fire. I know when to pre-fire. I know how to read players. I know what a player's going to be thinking before he even does it. Like, this bitch is going to spawn. He's going to jump over this railing. I'm going to shoot him. This bitch is going to spawn. He's going to try to fake me. He's going to come around the container. I'm going to be there to shoot him.
The traffic patterns. The lines of sight.
And the fact that I play Call of Duty for YouTube, I have to play the bitch a lot. So I know the traffic pattern more than the standard person. And that makes me a good Call of Duty player.
But can you throw C4s?
Yes, I can.
I need some C4.
I remember somebody at Billionaire Bash lost some C4 gameplay to me.
Yeah, you have flak jacket. If you didn't have flak jacket on, it would have been.
See, I knew you were going for that C4 stuff. I thought I was ahead of the game.
Yeah.
That is true. I thought we agreed to
what you were gonna do before you did it.
All right, you guys want to wrap up the podcast here? Go to the post show.
Yeah, let's go ahead and wrap it up.
Let's do that. All right, that was Painkiller Already, episode 64. I hope that you enjoyed it. And just remember, Wings of Redemption, greatest Call of Duty player to ever walk the earth.
Yeah, you trying to get all this hate.
Peace.
Goodbye, ladies and
Yeah, but we're on the precast show right now.
Not yet. Actually, before I click away, I will say I've played with Wings a lot. He actually is an extraordinary player. People don't know how good he is by looking at his channel because they compare it to other people's highlights. The guy does cap objectives and wins games, so he's genuinely good.
I just get so it's just so annoying when people are like, "Wink, you're not even good at Call of Duty. So
not
and so is
true.
better than you." I'm like, what
It's not true. Yeah.
I even put a challenge out there, like, if you think you're better than me, come in my party and outbeat me in a fucking lobby. I will drop kick your score. Because
Yeah, I don't
most
want
people
anything to
get their
do with that.
gameplay- Most people get their gameplays with like by themselves or like one friend or two friends. I play with people with 4 KDs and above on TDM, and I drop 30, 40 kills. I mean, I do it every game. I play Stack Party. And the reason I play Stack Party because Black Ops is fucking bullshit playing by yourself.
That I've started playing with one friend. I like to play with a friend because I enjoy it so much more. Like people, it's something at work asked me today. Do you still like playing Call of Duty, or are you doing it, for YouTube videos? And I was like, Call of Duty has its moments for me, even now in August, where it'd be like, you know what, that was exhilarating. That was a tight one. That was, it sounds like sex, but that was a really good experience. Again, sometimes I get that, but what I like almost every night are the people I play with. If I grab a T Martin or a Bash or Wings, we haven't played much lately, or a
that's because you play with T Martin and Bash.
Onslaught.
They don't.
Somebody just said in the chat that people who are good don't actually say it. What you know about Muhammad Ali?
Muhammad Ali got the shit out of George Foreman, and he told everybody he's gonna do it. I'm gonna slap the shit out of that mo.
But
Muhammad Ali was like talking shit a year before the fight started. He's talking about beating up Sonny Liston, and he doesn't even know who Sonny Liston is yet. Like, just
Sonny Liston, I'm gonna knock that motherfucker out. What did he look like? Where he at? I can't even picture him.
So where I was headed with that is, do I like Call of Duty? Sometimes I have good games. Sometimes like I'm plotting. I had a night where it just seemed like every lobby sucked. Every lobby was ghost campers, noob tubes, etc. And you have those moments, but I also like the people I play with, so I have a good time when I'm gaming typically.
You know what's really fun? And I just started doing this when like Kyle and Kitty are around me and I'm on the streak and they're cheering me on. I like that a lot. That's something new.
And I'm in the mood to yell at the stream at this point.
oh, I don't yell.
Wings, can I see some C4 gameplay from you?
Yeah, I can give you C4 gameplay. I think I still got a thing on War God ICP where I got like 16 C4 kills on a domination while carrying the team by myself. And people, I have played MLG players. I've played with Stainville. I've played with Foreplay. I played with Hastro. I've played with I played with Nadeshot. Look here, I played with Fears. I played with Terror. I played with Levers, TP. I've played with Aches, and I've hung with all of them. But the fact is, I just don't want to do it because I get frustrated. I'm a very competitive guy. If I went to an MLG event and they fucking did some cheap shit, I would get up and hit them with the fucking monitor. I would.
I don't think there's anything cheap in MLG.
I would kick the fucking referee in his face and went around across the other side of that table and start fighting right there. There'd be a fight. I'd be done on my first fucking MLG match.
Come on now.
They threw me out the fucking arena.
Some guy complained my headset was uneven, but I don't think there's a perfect even setting.
Yeah, in fact, that's a good point. Headsets. She's harping on how many fucking controllers I break. I would break a controller on his face. Like, you bitch motherfucker. You wanted to fucking do that shit to me? Throw it, hit him right in the fucking nose.
What could they do in MLG gaming that would make you that angry?
Pre-stun.
What? That's how you play.
I don't give a fuck. If you want to, that's a bitch-made motherfucking move.
It is not.
If you
That's just smart. Pre-stun is as much a part of intelligent playing
it's going to get your nose broke with a fucking Xbox controller. That's what's going to go in the capping.
I could kick your ass, Wings Redemption. But no, yeah, pre-stunning, like before you walk in a room, is as much a part of Call of Duty as
I don't agree with MLG.
taking cover on their way in. Like Summit, right? If you're top class in Summit, there's a I don't know, like a cargo crate or something that you can crouch behind and wait for someone to walk in the door. I
That's
know
why-
you've crouched behind that thing. I have.
Yeah,
You
but
know?
the fact is, I usually use TacMass Pro to prevent that, so I don't get mad from it. But you know, it doesn't matter if it's a legitimate tactic or not. Is that something that would set me off and get me pissed off? I would act out on it. I've gotten mad at motherfuckers for joining session or having host. They can't help they got host. I tell them to get the fuck out the room. Kyle see me do it.
Yeah.
I've seen you tell people to leave the room.
Motherfucker, get your fucking Walmart ass connection out my shit. If you would leave the fucking game, you'd help the fucking team out. I could be 3 fucking players stronger without your bitch ass in here.
But yeah, no, pre-stunning to me is a totally legit normal move. As a matter of fact, I watched an X-Jaws commentary. He was running Scavenger at the time. And he's like, yeah, before every room you enter, you should throw a stun in there. And it's like, yeah, I wish I could remember to do that as consistently as he did in that video. Just toss a stun, use them, there'll be more. And you want to walk into that room with that guy already stunned. You want to know whether or not a person is in there. And the hit marker will tell you that. Pre-stunning, just throwing one in, before you enter a room is how you play.
That's what I'm doing with flashbangs now. I'm just throwing it in the in the air and seeing if there's an enemy in the general vicinity. It's working out pretty well. It's like a UAV pretty much. If you get a hit marker, someone's there.
So what do you do with it exactly?
You just throw
You
it
say
in the
you
air.
Just like straight up.
Yeah, for the most. I mean, not straight up, but so I'm not getting flashed, and it's like I want to say a 20-foot radius. Someone's pretty much somewhere there.
I can play with them. My problem with flashbangs are twofold. One, they're kind of slow to throw, and sometimes I find myself getting killed as I toss them. And the other is, and this is my own fault, every now and then it won't go quite through the doorway. And the penalty for failure is self-flashing. Like self-stunning kind of sucks, but it doesn't last quite as long. It's not quite as big a problem. Self-flashing, just kill me.
Does my voice ever crack?
No, I don't think of you as having a voice crack.
Oh, Whiteboy,
What were you
I got
gonna
a
say,
question
Wayne?
for you.
I got to answer.
What was the last thing that made you break a controller?
It didn't work. Like the cord for
In game.
It got disconnected.
In-game.
It was like I was on a kill streak, and then it kind of disconnected, and then it was a really good gameplay going. Disconnected, and that was the end of its life cycle.
Yeah, you know what
That was
got
a
me
while
last
back.
time? playing-
You didn't capture.
I was playing
Go ahead.
Nuketown, and I had a pretty good game. And I ended up dying like 4 times at the end because some bitch made motherfucker wanted to throw flashbangs over the house on Nuketown.
Oh yeah, that's me.
I shattered that bitch. I shattered that controller. Dude. I spiked that bitch so hard that the battery pack came off and flew into the living room, and like the controller stick shot under the bed.
And that's why you just have the door shut now.
Yeah,
If
man.
you do that on Scrapyard, you can get like 100 assists in a game.
I've come out of my little office area after playing so red and mad at the fucking game that I had to like go out walk or something like that just to calm down.
I never
You need to film
throw
these.
controllers. Oh,
Why is there no rage videos of Wings? Like in the act.
Dude,
Is Kyle
I'm-
still here?
I am such a
Yes.
nice person in real life, and once
He
I
is.
start playing the game,
Yeah.
I turn into this fucking demon, and it's like,
Wings,
ain't
though, you
wanna-
gotta remember, like, the game is your workplace. Like,
yeah, and I hate fucking work.
but I hear you, but, I mean, I think you'd do better at work if you didn't fly off the handle as often as you do.
Oh shoot, you should see me on Twitter after playing Call of Duty.
I saw you tweet recently, like, if it wasn't for YouTube, I'd never play the genre anymore, like, all first-person shooters. And I
That's
thought...
true.
2 things that popped into my head. Like, one, I don't know if that's true. And 2, like, if it is true, it's not a good thing to tell all your Twitter followers.
But it's the fucking truth. I mean, if I was not doing YouTube videos right now, I would not be playing Black Ops still.
Why don't you play something you enjoy and post it? I know it's not gonna get the amount of
Because it
views.
gets 10,000 views. Let me link you to a video right now that I played, enjoyed, and I posted it.
Play Minecraft.
Yeah, I could play Minecraft. I put somebody else's Minecraft up and said it was mine, and that shit got like triple the normal views of what I usually have.
In Minecraft did?
Yeah, motherfuckers love that Minecraft and that Terra shit. That shit you get beat up in school for playing. You can't play that game.
I
It's
don't
actually
I don't
pretty
know
funny.
that game.
I thought the same thing when I started playing Minecraft, but after a while, I got pretty
Check this video out.
comfortable.
Everybody has told me the same thing. Everyone has told me, like, so I don't want to call myself a Minecraft hater. I've never touched the game. In looking at the game, it looks like the sort of thing that wouldn't appeal to me. And everyone has said, nope, if you try it, you'll love it. And I've never tried it, really.
I mean, it might help you get over this hump. Like this, what? We got 2 months till Modern Warfare 3? No, we got like 4. What month it is? I have
It's
no
August.
idea.
Let me go and do
Yeah,
a
so
public
it's 3
service
months out.
announcement for people that wants to talk shit to me in the thing. I have the power to ban you not only from this session, but from this whole stream of Justin TV. So
From
think
the
about that before
internets.
you post like a little rally cry to get everybody to unsub from me.
Yeah, so for what people know, by and large, like all the YouTubers give each other mod. Like if I pop into a Sandy Ravage stream, a Fwiz stream, I don't know, I don't see Kyle stream very much, but I'm sure Whiteboy would. We mod each other, and the reason that I like mod is, one, like a lot of times people ask me questions and stuff, and it lets me answer as quickly as I want to instead of slow mode. The other thing is it gives these guys a chance to defend themselves. Like nobody's ripping on X knobs over there. Like you don't see the whole chat ganging up on that poor guy. But if Whiteboy were typing in the chat, then someone would get smart with him, and because he's mod, he has the ability to defend himself. So
And for those people who say we can't IP ban, you want me to try?
yeah, hey everybody, write F X knobs.
Wait, we haven't had a fuck Kyle yet, have we?
Yeah, we need to fuck Kyle. I'm just riled up because I'm just riled up from the last couple comments on my videos.
What's the comments been like? Bad?
Dude, the same shit as always. Like, Wings, you're not good at the game. Nobody cares.
Wings, I'm getting the impression, and level with me here. It's okay because I've been there. I've been with you. Are you maybe at a sensitive spot right now? Like there are moments where I'm bulletproof. Like it doesn't matter what kind of hate's raining down on me on the internet. I'm cool. And then there are other moments where like they just say the perfect thing or catch me at the wrong
it's
moment,
one of
and
those
it's like,
spots,
why
like-
is this happening?
Like, I'm unsure of how many views I got last month because of YouTube messing up for like a week. And now I go into this month, and I've had a pretty good strong start of this month. But the fact is, all the videos harp on the same shit over and over. And it's like I'm reading my comments. I'm trying to find the comments worth reading, and you just read the same stuff over and over again, and it's just wore me out. It's like rain on a piece of steel. Eventually, it's going to rust through.
So
You're looking for video suggestions or what?
Dude,
What
I
are you
could get
looking
video
for?
suggestions all the time. I could go out into a field and push or like try to chase a cow down, and they get 100,000
Yes.
views. I mean,
Yes, it would.
Why
making
don't you-
100,000 view videos.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes, that's a good
Making
idea.
100,000 view videos is super fucking easy, but I don't want to degrade myself to the point. I'm actually
That's
ready
the
to get out
challenge,
of
too.
I'm
YouTube.
dolphin diving into shit.
Yeah, but see, the fact that's where me and you don't. That's where me and you cross the line. I'm not willing to degrade myself on a human level to make videos to like entertain like 10 to 13-year-olds. I created
Well,
my channel to
it's-
help people get better at Call of Duty.
You
And
gotta
that's
look at it like
the goal
this.
of my
It's-
channel.
Look at it like this. It's not a human level. It's Wings of Redemption. There's a difference between.
I understand
Jordy-
what you're saying.
Yeah, it's a difference. It's a different person. Whiteboy 7th Street's a different character.
Yeah, but I'm looking at it this way. Like, say the snowballs, and say I go and do what I want to do in my life. Say open my Krispy Kreme, and then there's pictures of me chasing a cow and slipping and falling face first in the shit. That's got like 2 million hits on YouTube. That's gonna follow me the rest of my life. Because I'm not a person that you just can overlook. I stand out in a crowd. I'm a fat guy.
Unless
So
it goes
people
like
could
super
figure-
mega viral, you're not gonna people aren't gonna recognize you like that.
I hear where Wings is coming from, though. Like I've had different ideas that I didn't want to do either. Or sometimes other people make videos for me, and they try to put together like a montage of my worst moments, and it's like, don't do that. Like, come on, man, cut me some slack. I don't know. I hear where he's coming from.
I mean, I don't want to destroy my credibility as a human because at the end of the day, YouTube isn't going to last forever. End of the day, Wings of Redemption is going to be a footnote in an entertainment book. And the fact is, the people that I live around are the people I'm going to live around. I like small town living. I like one of my main complaints of living in LA is it's just too much of, who the fuck are you? Where the fuck you going? What can you do for me? Kind of attitude. And I'm used to coming for a place where, you say yes sir, no sir. You stick your nose up at the people that live over there at Dargan Terrace, and you go about your day.
Is
Yeah, I've
Dargan
noticed
Terrace good
a lot
or
of people
bad?
are really nice down here. I like it. I like it down here in the south.
Yeah, the South is fucking great. If you want to live anywhere in the world, come live down south.
It's really hot though.
It's really fucking hot.
It's hot.
Way hotter
Especially
in LA
right
than
now.
the White Boy.
It's hitting
Oh,
100
yes.
degrees every day
It's
here
way
in North
hotter in
Carolina.
LA.
Like by threefold. Oh,
Dude,
I'll tell you what, like, so I see guys with, they're, allow me to say it, YouTube money, right, from the Epic Mealtime video, and they're driving around this and that, and some of the guys are buying watches and cars and all this cool stuff, and by and large, I haven't spent, like, people have heard me say, the only thing I really blew cash on was a guitar strap for $200, but one thing that's different now, if I'm hot, I'll turn that damn AC down. 2 clicks. 2 clicks if I want to. I don't care. I don't give a shit. I will turn the AC down. I'll do it. I got that YouTube money. And I will make it 71 in here. If I want it, I don't care. It's going to happen. I'm hot.
My money on was like, I bought that truck.
Yeah, you got in the truck.
That is pretty much the biggest, that and fucking candles.
And candles?
Household supplies lately have been ringing up large numbers of money. Walmart looked at me as a $400 customer when I walked through that door. I'm waiting for the red carpet.
But yeah, man, that's like, I don't know. Just one.
I haven't
one
spent anything big yet, really. I've been conservative. I've had clothes because I didn't really have clothes growing up. I like that.
I was talking about you at work today and the sock thing, and my socks are a shambles, dude. I've got socks that, like, a lot of socks in my drawer that are thicker than I prefer. I prefer them really thin, and I have, like, wool socks. I have socks that are old. They get old enough, and they're, like, thin in certain areas, or they get like almost crusty, like they were washed while we're all wrinkled up, and didn't come I don't know. There's like unwashed detergent still in. And I'm like, why am I doing this? The socks everyday thing, what does that cost? Like $600?
A year, it would be.
Yeah.
It's like well, I've been on Timberland. Kyle put me onto these Timberland socks,
Oh
which are like
boy.
$3 a pair, and I don't throw those away. I'm not throwing those away.
Wait a
But-
minute, you're wearing socks twice now?
The Timberland ones, they're really nice. I haven't washed them yet, but I'm saving them for when I retire from my sock streak. But I would
so
say
you were
it's-
wearing, what was it? Was it Hanes Premium? Was that your brand?
Yeah, Hanes Premium. They're
Expensive ass socks.
It's like
No,
a
they're
$1.50
like
sock, right?
yeah, $1. No, a pair like $1.50.
Right,
But this
that's what
whole-
I was going for. Dude,
this whole-
$1.50 a pair, it's going to be like a $500 a year sock budget. Look, you don't want to waste $500, but
It's a good. Oh man, it's not a waste. Let me tell you, it's not a waste.
So look, I buy one of those big sacks of like socks from like Walmart. And that lasts me all year.
so I've been on 2 trips with Whiteboy, and one time was paintball. Now at paintball, like you wake up in the morning, you put socks on, you kind of exercise all day, you take a shower, you want like a clean pair of socks. You go through more socks than you anticipated. 3-day trip, all of a sudden you're up to like 8 pairs of socks or something ridiculous like that. And then in LA, they lost my luggage on the flight, which was an issue. And while in paintball, I didn't need to borrow any socks because I brought a ton I knew. In LA, it's like, oh man, I don't have any clean socks for the second day. White Boy whips out like, a dual plastic. He's got like 24 pairs of brand new socks still in their plastic wrappers. He's like, you got socks? I got socks. The man's like
It was
Go
like
ahead.
a 3-day trip too. It was like a 3-day trip, and I had a lot of socks.
Yeah,
they-
bring like 3 or 4 towels.
He just, what he packs, he'll just grab like 2, they come in these like bags, like of 6 pairs, and he'll bring like 12 brand new socks on a 3-day trip. And he hooked me up. He gave me, a pair of socks to wear. And I want to like give him back. I feel like I'm robbing him of his socks. But what's Whiteboy going to do with used socks? He doesn't wear his own socks twice. He's not going to want my cast-off socks. These socks have been deflowered. They're below him.
What about the towel thing? Doesn't he only use a towel once?
I don't know.
Yeah, for the most part, when I'm at home, I do.
Did you use the towel at the Beverly Terrace?
Yeah, no, I brought my own.
I was about to say, because those towels have been used more than once.
Yeah, I know. So,
I actually like the showers in that hotel we stayed at.
Yeah, I like. Oh, Kyle's water is like hot forever. I love it.
They probably got
My
like
house
4 or 5
has-
water heaters.
My house has unlimited hot water. Like,
How you get that?
It's just I bought a good, I think 80-gallon or 60-gallon hot water heater that heats it up as quick as you can use it. I mean, we've had we've run hot laundry, we've run the dishwasher and 2 showers at the same time. It still keeps up. It just does its thing, man. I don't worry about hot water in my house. I haven't for a decade.
I got a 40-gallon, and if you take about 5 showers back to back, it's done. You got to wait about 2 hours.
40s, yeah, mine might be. It's either 60 or 80. It's much bigger than that.
What's a
And-
shower to you though? Like how many minutes of water?
A shower to
me?
me
Oh,
at home,
Yeah.
15, 20 minutes, so I'm relaxing.
Okay. That's what
yeah.
I
For
do.
me, it doesn't matter. Like it'll. I mean, 3 days you'll still have hot water coming out of that thing. It keeps up.
I
Like, I've
figure
been
I got
ripping a
about an hour and a half of hot water continuous.
I've been ripping a sock apart this whole podcast. Like I bought some. I don't even know what kind of socks they are. Like some champion socks or something. They're not up to par.
There's something I wanted to harp on. I didn't want to do it on the podcast of Whiteboy. His gold medal level of eating.
Oh, what you heard? I
No, I've seen it firsthand. I haven't heard nothing.
oh, no, I
You eat like half a slice of pizza and you'd be like,
Yeah, I
"I'm
was
done."
gonna say he doesn't need a gold medal level. I don't think he could make it through Olympic trials. The man can't finish an appetizer.
oh, you should have seen the other day when I was celebrating breaking into the top 100. I think we were at Chili's or something. I got 3 tacos. I had some ribs. I ate some of somebody's steak. I had a salad. I had some rice. I ate. When I want to eat, I can eat. But I don't like to eat too like when it gets full. Like when my belly gets full, it gets uncomfortable for me.
So how long you staying with Kyle?
I think
Yeah, I was wondering about that. Like, you don't seem to be like.
I'm not in a rush to leave.
Yeah, I
Like,
know. And I talked to Kyle and Kitty, and they're in no rush to kick you out. Like, you are welcome to stay. Apparently,
Well, Kitty lives with
because
Kyle too?
when I was with you at paintball, you had a desire to get out of the hood. You're like, it's not really my thing anymore. It's, I used to be,
A hooligan.
like a hooligan, and he's like, now I say things like quote unquote, like I remember it burned into my
Yeah.
head. And you're like, it just isn't the place for me. You hate that packages get stolen off your front porch if you don't get them quick enough. And and now like you're living in Georgia. New deal,
Damn straight.
that's one way to handle it, I guess.
Use
Like
your
that-
money.
UPS can put that package on my porch that should be there 2 weeks later.
Yeah. Oh, mine would be. It
Well,
would
I
be.
don't know how long we're gonna stay. I think it's till the COD XP, and then we'll go from there.
I don't see why you. I mean,
Well, I
unless you realize you're become an odd couple of some sort. But it's like, dude, I don't know. Move.
Well, the thing is, like, my cat sitter, he didn't expect me to like. I was supposed to stay for 4 days, and then I ended up staying like a month.
It's not your cat anymore, man. That's.
Cat 7th Street is officially adopted by somebody else.
It is.
Dude, just
That's
go ahead and move
funny.
down to the south. You'll love it more than anything in Milwaukee. It's
How-
warm year round.
I did
People
it.
are nice. The
Winter
prices are
time
low.
down there is like fall at worst. And the other thing is the sky. It doesn't turn gray all winter long. You will have a sunny winter at 50 degrees.
Yeah, your money goes further in the south too than it would up north.
Yeah, I don't know about Milwaukee. I don't know how expensive it is there. But is it? Wait, are you in Milwaukee? Is that where you are?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know how expensive it is compared to the outside Atlanta. But I do know one difference. You know, the days last a little longer. You know, in New Jersey, it gets dark at like 4:30 in the wintertime. Here, you get another, I don't know, 20 minutes out of the day, and it's kind of nice. But the biggest difference for me is less cloud cover in the winter. You know, you kind of settle down for 8 months of cloudy skies up in the
But
Northeast.
I don't know. I grew up with the snow. I like the snow, and the white Christmases and sledding and snowboarding and things of that nature. So
I think snow's like
Motherfuckers stealing your shit off your porch, busting
The-
your window, breaking in your
I know,
house.
I
I mean,
mean,
that
all
shit
right,
ain't flying.
We're out. All right, let's go out and let's leave right now, white boy. Let's go shoot some possums from the side of the road.
I mean, seriously, like
There's
all right,
possums?
I like snow.
Yeah.
Also, like keeping my shit. I like keeping my shit a little bit more in snow. I can see snow on YouTube images.
dude, you can go visit the snow. You know,
that
you're
is true.
still rich. You got that going on for you. You want a white Christmas? You look at the weather forecast and you travel to where the snow is.
I'll buy some snow.
You can buy. You
Transport it
can,
down here.
Yeah, you can have your snow exported, man. I want those fresh air conditioned
We get a
trailers.
snow machine.
No, better yet, I'll cut up my used socks.
Just throw it in the air.
Yeah, I've been contemplating moving.
Go buy a snow machine.
Yeah, where to? I wonder.
I don't know. I like it down here.
I was gonna say you've got a little bit of a support system going on there.
You know, I used to think that I wanted to move away from the South until I went to LA, and now I'm never gonna move from the South.
LA's like a communist country, dude. You can't
Yeah,
like
it's like an extreme.
I mean, it just is so weird. I'm trying to gay bash here, but seeing a guy with like short shorts and like a blazer, that's not something I want to see every day.
So for people that don't know, we were in West Hollywood, and West Hollywood has one of the like most concentrated gay populations in LA.
Yeah,
but
I was there
it's
last-
not necessarily a bad thing. So I was talking to the concierge at the hotel, concierge at the hotel. I forget how you pronounce it. And concierge. Okay, thank you. He said that West Hollywood was actually kind of a dump a while back, and then like the gay population moved in, and now it's like it has a vibrant economy. It's been cleaned up. It's a whole lot better than it used to be, and now the straight guys are mixing in, and like they made it nicer. So, but that's the history of it, and but anyway, if you're not comfortable, then it can be a bit of a culture shock because you'll see guys who are gay, who are not shy about being gay. That you just totally that's what you're going into. If you're going into West Hollywood, that's what to expect.
In the South, they call them sissy Marys.
No, they don't.
If there was a gay person in like outside Raleigh, you probably wouldn't know it. Like he wouldn't be like there isn't, as far as I can see, like I'm not used to it. There isn't like a gay culture that is gonna have him being like really fit with tight clothes and short shorts and the outfits that we saw in West Hollywood all the time. He would look just like everybody else here. So yeah, there's probably gay guys in Conway that you never noticed.
Yeah, there is. I've seen them.
He's like, oh, I've noticed.
Yes.
But everybody knows him. Everybody's like, oh, that's old Billy over there. You stay away from him. He might get handsy.
Do you have that problem like all the time? Like are women just like rubbing up on you? Like, like, oh, gotta get me some wings. And you're like, damn it, stop.
No.
Girls, lighten up.
Where did I go today? Nowhere.
Yeah, because like, I don't really have girls just like, rubbing
No, I'm
on
talking
me,
about-
like coming up from behind, like grinding on me and stuff like that. Like that's not really one of the issues that I run to every day. So when I go to West Hollywood, the same carries through there. Like none of the guys did that as well.
It makes me uneasy.
No. Well, I don't know.
So are you ever gonna travel again, Wayne? Or
Yeah, I probably will. I was going to go to London, but since that's pretty much canceled at this point, East Coast, yeah, most likely. Like if PAX next year, I'll probably go to Boston because that's like a 2-hour flight. I can deal with that. I just don't want no more like slingshots from like Atlanta to LA 4.5 hours or some crap like that. Stuck beside somebody I don't want to sit beside.
It was pretty nice though. This last trip, like we were chasing the sunset. Oh, that was
Yeah.
so cool.
Yeah, that's how it was the first time I went too.
It was
And
like
the
a
other thing is
4-hour
like,
sunset.
and like I said, like first class is really nice. Like I really
First
like
class
first
is
class.
really,
Yeah,
dude.
if I fly again, it will be first class.
It was only $100 on AirTran.
Yeah.
See, I'm used to it being
yeah.
like an extra 1,000.
Yeah, there's a trick to that though. I'll tell you in a little bit. I just remembered.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm booking a flight to Seattle soon, and I would love to take advantage of some sort of trick.
Are you going from straight from PAX to?
I always
XP?
heard if you're fat and there's first class seats open, they'd give them to you for free.
So I've heard that. I've never seen it.
I've never seen it
I've been
either.
told that too.
Because I
Woody, are you
offered to
going-
buy a first class ticket on the way back, and they're like, "We don't got any."
Yeah, that happens a lot.
In the second plane, didn't even have a first class.
That
Woody, are you
happens
going
too.
straight from PAX to XP?
I haven't looked at the dates. I'll need to look at the
They're
dates.
really close.
Maybe I will.
I mean, it'll save some time and air flight money.
Allow me to interrupt. I know my Xbox is on. My Xbox has been on for like 2 years. I don't red ring, baby. That's just how it goes.
Woody has that YouTube money, so dropping $300 on the Xbox is like buying a hamburger for his daughter.
No, the truth is, the software that comes with Blackmagic Intensity Pro, while I like it, like lately it's been a little flawed for me. And when I turn the Xbox off and on, it'll make the capture stuff kind of crash. So I just leave it on all the time.
Oh man, it sucks not having a PVR. I mean, we got some down here. I just got to set it up. But
Have you
ground
ever
warfare,
took advantage of
everything.
YouTube money, like seriously? Like
No.
I realized that I was spoiled. My brother came home for leave and he forgot his cord for his Xbox. So instead of like ordering an Xbox cord from like Microsoft and waiting a week, I went and bought a brand new Xbox just to get the cord out of it.
That's rough. No, I don't really blow like that. What is it? What have I done? Oh, you know what? Like, one thing so I paid off all my medical debt. We had like 20 grand in like medical debt run up on my son and stuff like that, and now that's all down.
20
We're-
grand? You mean YouTubers make more than 20 grand?
We so we paid down the medical debt. Now we're working on the mortgage, and then there's been other, like if it wasn't for YouTube, some of the costs that we've had this year would have been a bigger deal. Like my daughter got braces, and that was like, I think it was $4,200 or something like that for the braces, and they're like, do you want this payment plan that stretches it out over 24 months? Do you want this? Do you want that? And I'm like, you know what? Can I just write a check? I don't really like paying bills, so can we just do this now? Make it, like get this behind me.
So you're
And-
like me in insurance time. I gotta pay my shit 6 months in advance.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not the fact that you can't pay it. It's just another bill that you gotta keep track of.
Right. I'm like, I would rather just pay now and not have to worry about this, over the course of her braces. And so, yeah, I just write the check, done it.
I just bought 3 helicopters, like little.
Yeah,
remote
he
control.
did.
Yeah,
They're awesome.
Really?
They're fuck.
Dude,
Yeah,
I
I mean they're
swear
gonna
to
be for a
God.
video.
I've been
but-
thinking about remote-controlled helicopters. Like, I've wanted a remote-controlled helicopter for a decade now. I knew a guy that had a remote-controlled helicopter. I understand they're hard to fly. And it was always sort of like I don't want to blow money
How
on
many
it.
times did we crash?
Oh, like I want to say at least 50.
Every time we took off.
Yeah, pretty much. And then I flew
No.
one into a tree. We're like, let's see how high it can go. So I just floored it, and it just like straight to the tree.
So, but yeah, and it actually crossed my mind recently. Like, I've been really disciplined with my spending, only like doing responsible stuff for it. But,
You gotta treat
it's-
yourself. Treat yourself a little bit.
I'm not
Helicopter, I
the-
think that'd be good.
like my money's not just for me. Like, I've got a wife and kids and
Helicopters are for the whole family, Woody. You knew.
So-
You know what you do, Woody? You buy an SUV.
You know what I've done? Know what I do more often though? I window shop. Like, I can't tell you how many camera lenses I didn't buy. Like, my Amazon cart is filled with like $4,000 worth of camera lenses that I haven't bought. My there's something else that I've never sailed before, and I get seasick. Yet I have this dream of sailing across the Atlantic to the Italian Riviera, and every now and then I'll like price out boats, or yachts, small yachts, like a 26-foot yacht.
Should we tell him, Kyle, about the plan?
Yeah, I know the plan.
Oh,
To buy a
yeah,
yacht in Florida and make it your residence and avoid state sales tax.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
realize I'm just a cheap fucker, Woody.
I might move in. I've got air quotes there, but yeah.
I
Dude,
mean,
that fucking yacht is sick. That thing is nice. It's like, it's got like one like huge master bedroom and then two like
The eBay
smaller
one?
beds. What?
That one you linked on eBay?
Yes.
Are you getting
Yeah.
that?
No. I could never afford such a silly thing.
I'm cheap. Don't worry, Kyle. I'm just as cheap as you. Like today at Walmart, she's like, "Here's a king size bed," like one of those bed in a box things. It was like $100, and I'm sitting on a pretty hefty bank account. I'm not living paycheck to paycheck, and I'm like, "We'll wait on it."
The prior day, I spent $300 there.
Yeah.
What's that cooking, Kyle?
I don't know when it
I don't
comes
know.
to
It smells
pulling
delicious though.
when it comes to pulling the trigger
God.
on buying something, I bite
I'm
my
gonna
nails.
investigate.
Yeah.
But you also bought the truck.
Yeah, but the truck.
Yeah. Yell up. Let me know what that is cooking.
The
Oh, God, I
truck's
wish
just
I was
something
there.
that it is auto drafts out, so I never see it.
smells like garlic.
But
What was I
I
gonna
just
say?
found that funny. Like I even walking through Walmart, like why the fuck did I do that? Why didn't I just buy the shit? And like my I started talking to myself. My senses like, well, maybe somebody else will buy it for me.
I can't find the source. What is it?
smells like garlic.
Oh, it might be ready rice.
Oh, don't worry, I'll take all the covers.
No,
Just wrap them up like a big old sandwich.
there has to be something more.
All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get off the call.
All right,
Uh,
man.
I think I'm
Kyle,
going-
Kyle, before you go.
Yes.
You getting that thing?
The boat?
Yep.
Depends how the next couple months go.
Okay. Just wondering.
If
Uh,
the next couple months go positively, like, yeah.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool.
I know.
When do I get a chance to be in a?
It's a 50, off the air. Yes, off the air.
Oh, wait. All right. Okay, guys. That was the post show. I hope that you enjoyed it, and have a nice day.